or some freely given tears or blood or something like that, essentially to act as a purifying agent before we do the whole fate.
That's actually a very good idea. That's a very cool
the whole
idea.
surgery thing.
Hello, everyone.
You gotta
like
wait
it.
for it to be on its period. Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh no!
First off,
Oh,
we've
my
had
word.
this discussion before. Horses do not have periods.
What about unicorns?
Yeah, unicorns aren't horses, Chris. How dare you?
Now, hear me out here.
They also fart
Technically-
rainbows, so it would be rainbow instead of blood.
Technically,
You happy now?
You know what a period is, Chris?
What do you mean?
That is incredible.
Be careful what you say.
Everyone.
I said it would be a rainbow instead of blood.
Yeah, and you said because they fart rainbows.
No, because they're unicorns. Anything that comes out of them that's like vomits a rainbow. How do you not know this about unicorn anatomy? Anything that comes out of a unicorn is a rainbow.
You are the DM.
Exactly, it's my world.
Even if you're wrong.
Even if I'm wrong, it's my world. Now to get with the times.
Exactly. Hey, man,
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Crabby D&D. I'm here with my players, Ellie.
Hi.
Kirv.
Oh, hello.
Mortar. Romulus.
Hello.
And Vinny.
Hello.
Yes, and we are back after last session's fun times. And yes, you may have heard them talking about the anatomy of unicorns and other things that they have plans for, but we will get to that eventually in today's session. To begin with, we will begin with... Sorry, I'm just watching what Jamie's doing as I've spotted. Fair. We will begin with the first point of order before we get to the introduction, which is everybody leveled up. So everybody has taken their respective levels, but we have not rolled the hit dice. We put the level up through, but didn't roll them before. Would it have mattered? Probably not. Mortar was still hit with 2 natural 20s. So let us begin with rolling for hit dice. So, if everyone would go ahead and roll their respective dice for their level. So, Romulus, I believe you're taking a level in Fighter, so go ahead and roll me a d10.
Oh, hell yeah. What level of Fighter are you?
Actually, before we begin our rolling of hit dice, I must extend the offer that Jamie has taken. If anybody, instead of re-rolling 1s on your hit dice, you would like to re-roll 2s instead of... You are welcome to that offer should you want to. Just know there are no takesies, backsies, and it is on stream. No takers? Okay.
No, I'm not getting on that. Rolling a 1 still sucks.
How absurd. Who would suggest such a thing?
Honestly, it's quite frankly offensive to my religion.
Damn.
So, going across the board, Romulus, you have your level in Fighter, so you will have a D10 to roll. Mortar, you're taking another level in Emissary.
Give me that juicy Emissary level, baby.
So that is a D8, I believe, for you. In which case,
It did.
Jamie, you can go ahead and roll that for him. And then that's an 8.
Why would you ask Jamie to roll? Why would you ask Jamie to roll?
One, because it's funny, and 2, he just rolled an 8. He just rolled an 8. That's funny.
He just rolled an 8.
Jamie,
I always believed in you.
And now Jamie, Jamie, go ahead and roll your D6. I want to see this 1 so badly.
Please be a 1.
So do I.
It's a 2. He gets to re-roll it.
Yes!
Oh, dude, it kicks in.
Into
Are we gonna
a 6.
Are we gonna see it? Is this gonna work?
It did. I got a 6.
Oh my word, dude! You made the right bargain, my friend. You made the right bargain.
Did indeed.
Now I'm just gonna roll 1s for the rest of the session.
That's all right. Okay, Romulus.
Hey, yeah, but at least you'll have good hits. Hit
Vinny,
points,
what level are you taking?
Rogue.
Okay.
It's a D8 either way, though.
It's a D8 either way, yeah. But good to know for the level.
What level are you in Rogue now?
I am I've not actually rolled mine yet. I've just been watching because I was watching that.
Yeah, that's all right.
Vinny, shall we roll together?
Sure. Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
And a 3, a 2, a 1. There you go. Fucking awful, Vinny. How could you?
Should have taken that
You
too.
should have taken that off of Vinny.
Yeah, yes, I should have done. It's fine.
I love the way how we were just heckling Jamie for it, and now it's like, oh, actually, this should have been a good idea.
All right, there we
It's
go.
fine.
I've updated yours for you, Romulus, and Vinny, I assume you have yours under control. So,
yes, this is the only 2 I've ever gotten so far, so it's not so bad.
just flexing on the rest of the party.
Vinny has like unnaturally good hit point rolls. He shouldn't be
It's
as tough
great.
as he is.
It's great because every time I get to remind you that your Paladin in your other campaign, who is meant to be tanky, has less health than Vinny.
And we
Anyway,
are level 13. Simon, is Vinny still beating out Volantius?
I think Volantius is like 6 hit points ahead now, having had to take tough.
Oh my god.
Which is rough to have to do in a point buy campaign.
oh boy. Well, glad to hear it still. And Kirv, are you taking a level in Paladin or Warlock?
I believe there was that secret third option that I went for,
Ah, that's right. Are you doing that this level?
which will be a D10.
Which will be a D10. Go ahead.
Kirv is joining me as an emissary.
Wrong dice, but yeah.
Ah, that would be incredible.
Okay.
There's a 5.
That is a 5. Okay, I have added
Nice.
on. Your character sheet has been updated, and now I will roll Beau.
Thank you.
Beau got a 6. Nice. That is good and nice and easy. Beau is an even 120 hit points. Now I can close all the character sheets that I do not need for the session. So, with that all done and out of the way, I think we should now get ready for this session. Do you not think so?
Oh yeah.
Wonderful.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
In which case, glad to have you here. With the last session ending rather tensely, let us get a quick reminder on what exactly happened. Our party of adventurers, Beau, Ellie, Carvern, Kirv, Mortar, Romulus, and Vinny, had completed their objective, sort of, at Lord Trustin's manor. They'd successfully managed to prepare and achieve an escape using a blood magic teleportation circle, and with the ritual complete, but the unfortunate nature of Mortar taking a lethal shot to the chest in this moment, the party were pulled to a far-off place of darkness and void, meeting with a unnaturally large creature of a worm-like entity that otherwise challenged Ellie as the host of the creature within her. After a little bit of a rough outcome within the whole group, the party appeared back in Zaker's as Mortar had expired while within the void, despite the elongated nature of his suffering.
Despite the odds being in his favor.
This is true. So in this moment, the teleportation circle has completed. You all, in this moment, feel the pull from that place to where you would normally be, as you are shunted and thrown about the room due to the malicious nature of the teleportation itself. And as each of you are scattered and looking around, Kirv, you rushed over to Mortar, attempted to lay on hands, but found that his body was cold and dead. And in that moment, you otherwise screamed out, a gentle repose spell taking place in that moment as it cast across his body. But the rest of you take this moment, noticing and seeing what's happening. Romulus, you are haggard, wounded, exhausted, and you can feel almost this slight, not a physical pain necessarily, but a knowing that something is wrong with your nose somehow.
I was semi-conscious. I could feel what happened with the
Yes.
attack.
Yeah, so you felt the pain,
Then
and you can...
presumably the constitution of it.
Yes. So yeah, you are aware that your face was entirely sliced open by an unknown force, followed by some form of almost malediction being put across it before it began to sew itself shut in almost the span of a second, and you were shunted out and thrown out of the teleportation circle in that instance. So you know that something's wrong, but your brain is still comprehending what that might be. Meanwhile,
I think
Ellie, who
you just
saw
get this-
all of it, knows the extent of what happened. And in this moment, the rest of you, kind of collecting yourselves, looking around, note the architect is nowhere to be seen within the chamber. The arches are still alit and ready for if you want to teleport or leave to wherever it is you head to next. But most notably, some of you with a good perception amongst you would note that Sychania now has these cracks across her. Whatever happened during that failed or shifted or altered teleportation has affected your party in some fashion or another greatly. With the demise of one, the corruption of another, and the failing of some last defenses for the last of your members. So, in this moment, what do you do?
Romulus is, I think, not yet perceiving the surrounding area. Is just like, after that experience, is like touching his face, right? Like, what? This doesn't feel right. And I think it takes like a good 5 or 5 to 10 seconds before he clocks what's going on with the rest of the party, including the corpse.
Okay.
The corpse has a name, asshole.
No.
Corpse got the
It-
torch.
the corpse had a name.
Motherfucker.
Whoa. Is this when I, as a DM, turn around and say you're technically not there?
I'll mute up.
I like to imagine this
Oh.
is just the voices in our head.
No, it's quite alright.
We
All
know
the
his
things she said.
responses.
You're welcome to be unmuted.
Oh, thank you. You're so benevolent.
You're welcome. I am a benevolent.
Thank
DM.
you, a
Okay.
benevolent one. How kind you are.
It's like,
Oh, thank you. I do.
it's like
know.
you can play in this cooperative game that we're all experiencing together,
Despite the fact that you're dead.
despite the fact that I'm dead.
So yes.
In a split second of just what the hell's going on, what's happened, I'm gonna run over to Romulus. I'm gonna. It's gonna sound bad. I'm gonna draw my dagger and I want to just cut his nose, just to
Fuck it
confirm
up.
that that is corrupted.
Just
Okay.
chop it off
Oh,
and take a
just
look.
confirm, bro.
It's not. It's
Just
more just like a
confirm.
prick.
It's like,
I wanna
bro,
prick-
don't worry about it. I'm
Okay.
just gonna shove a, just
Go
gonna shove a
ahead.
dagger up your nose.
Go ahead and
No,
roll
I'm
me
prick.
a
I'm not
medicine.
stabbing like.
Make me a medicine check.
Oh,
As this isn't the intent to do damage, but on a low roll, Romulus does have one hit point.
Okay. I do think, yeah, let's go.
Does
I will
he?
say, like,
Oh, shit.
yes, I have, yeah. I'm
I did scratch
absolutely
that.
going to be going like, yeah, if you scratch it, I die.
No, I won't. I didn't. Yeah, I forgot he's got one. No.
So I'll say this.
Stab
This
him.
is something that you want to do. I'll say for a DC 10 you'll do no damage. For a higher DC you'll learn information. Technically you can also do
Okay,
subdue damage. It's more of a matter of I'm just making sure that you don't go over that and just take a stab at Romulus and then he recoils and this.
No.
goes
It was.
wrong.
It was more gonna be like a prick and have a look to see is there
I
blood or
use
is it
second
Ickery?
wind.
Okay, you use your second wind. Go ahead
Use
and
second
roll.
wind.
If you roll a natural 1, I'm gonna have you roll full damage. This will be funny.
Well, I mean,
What's
my
the
medicine
total?
sucks, so it's 4.
Okay. 18.
Okay, you've regained 18 health. Okay, that's good because right now you're taking 1 point of damage as Ellie rushes over in this moment, and there's almost a look of panic in her eyes. Despite the nature of the situation, you can see that her the arm, which for the most part had been contained with Sychania wrapped around it, you can see almost a natural flow and pulse to it, as if it's actively almost growing or living in this moment. You can see that the
Oh,
eyes
that's
are
not
shifting
good.
and moving across it. You can see that there are veins and cracks forming across the exterior of the arm. You can see where there was a mouth on the palm, several more have formed near joints across the elbow and near the shoulder at this point. You can see some of small spike protrusions that have broken out of the clothing itself, as kind of small bits of crystal have begun to try and grow over the top, along with what looks to bits of dragon scale. But you can see that there's almost there's an ever shifting conflict between whatever's going on here and the currently weakening Saichania. As Ellie rushes over in this moment, you kind of take it in, and in that hesitation, Ellie takes the knife and just kind of cuts across the top of your nose. And in this moment, you kind of recoil back with an ouch, and as you pull the blade away, you can see that there is a thin layer of
Bitch,
blood on the
please.
edge of your dagger.
Okay.
You little
Is there any
you little
corruption that I
shit.
can see?
Roll me your choice of an insight or an
And it's like,
arcana
I really don't care. She's literally grabbing like the beardy part of you if it has to. She's hyper fixated on like, I will make sure this wasn't just a vision and it was real. I'm
Now,
going
that's
to
too far. You can't
It's like
grab
you are
someone's
corrupted
beard.
and I am the cure.
Oh my god.
You rush over, you look at it, and you can see that there is blood that has otherwise pooled on the outside, and it looks like normal blood. And in this moment, you go, it must have just been a vision. It must have just been something, because you remember him taking a mortal wound, and if you had just cut him as recklessly as you would have, maybe he would have taken it more poorly than he did. But then again, he's Romulus. So with that natural one, you do not believe Romulus is corrupted.
Oh man. Oh no.
I look at her and go, sorry, I thought you were corrupted.
Can Romulus do an insight on himself?
I'll say go ahead and roll me an
The
insight. It'll be with
suggestion of corruption.
I will say make it with disadvantage because you're doing it on yourself, but I know you have advantage on this in the nature of this. So just make this a flat roll.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 6 plus 6, 12.
12?
Mm-hmm.
I will say with a roll like that, it will take you a little while to come to that conclusion. The idea of corruption is it's not at the same extent as what Ellie has, and you have no natural way of protecting against it, much like Saichania has, which puts into question that if it did, and in this instance would spread as rapidly as it has across Ellie, it would be destructively tearing a path and blazing through you at the moment. But it doesn't feel like that. You just feel almost like there's been some form of magical affliction that's been put across you. So corruption may be a strong word, but at this current moment you don't believe you're necessarily corrupted in the same way as Ellie, but something feels off at the very least.
I don't know what it is, but something does feel strange. I received a vicious, devastating wound, and then it was fixed in some way, but I don't know if it's corruption, but something definitely happened. Was anyone else in a strange black space? Sorry, let me look into Romulus. Was anybody else in a strange dark space?
We were all there.
I think I remember something like that.
Beau and Carver.
So that
Kind
did
of at this
happen.
point
that
is
nod.
kind of at this point is I think probably sat there with Mortar's body and just holding him.
Oh shit! What happened to Mortar?
I thought you noticed that earlier. Anyway, but she
Well,
kind
I
of
got
gives
stabbed
a
in the
gentle
meantime.
nod.
I got his last brain cell. Damn.
But she gently nods as if she's sort of half there.
Okay.
I know everything's not all gone entirely to plan, but first things
Oh
first.
boy.
Ellie, well done
Your
for getting us
mastery
out.
of understatement is incredible. Sorry.
I'm sure we'll need to take some time to take stock of what the side effects were, but we all would have been done for if we hadn't gotten out of there. So well done.
Thanks. I think.
On the note of thanks and all that, thank you for getting us out of there. I do apologize for rushing in such a manner that put us in that position.
There's
I
no need
take
to apologize.
blame for a lot of
we
this.
all agreed that speed was the essence of it. I don't think you were doing anything wrong. It was just an accident, is all. First things first. We need to help Mortar.
Yes. Does anyone have
Ellis
any
constantly
jewels on
seems
them?
vacant, but sort of like shakes her head. I don't. I need a gem, a jewel, something.
Okay, so we find a gem. That's our first step.
If we can't do that here, we should be able to buy one from any major city.
I think first things first, we need to find a place to rest. We are not, at the very least, am not in a position to do much of anything. I will say, you just see blood still streaming down because I've only healed up a little. So I'm imagining that Romulus looks god awful.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
and don't
yeah,
forget
you're
there's also
showing
the
off 'cause
2
you
points
can
of
bleed.
exhaustion as well, which isn't helping.
Yeah. Honestly.
Also, does anyone else feel really tired?
Yes, actually.
Shut up, you're dead.
Sleep.
The voice in your head. They've started already.
Yeah. It speaks to you.
Not again.
You, huh?
That's just another voice. There's so many voices. This one's Mortar. Ah! Okay. Well, where's the architect? What? Oh, I don't. I'm gonna go see if I can find the architect. Maybe he's got some gems. And he's gonna sort of like walk away. And she walks away, like talk to Sychanius. What was that?
Sychania looks
Who
up at
was
you,
that?
but almost as if. But when she goes to speak, there's almost a moment as if there are 2 conversations going on. As if she's talking to somebody else at the same time. As if distracted in this moment. What? No. Sorry. What did you ask?
Who was that? What do we see?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
What do... So, oh wait, only Ellie can hear Sychania, right?
Yes, correct.
Bugger.
Okay. Do you know where the architect is?
No.
Or would be?
He's supposed to be here. No, I don't know. No?
Are you okay?
I don't know where he is, and no, I don't know if something's not quite. And yes, it's all right.
Are you talking to someone else?
No, I'm talking to someone else.
Okay.
Getting real rampancy vibes, like with Cortana and Halo 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
We'll deal with this in a minute.
I get that reference.
Oh my god. Yay.
Nice.
All right. Okay. I'll ask one last question. Have you still got Mum and Dad?
Yes, maybe. I don't know where he is. Yes?
Okay. All right. I will ask someone else then. Treladex, do you have any idea if Sitania has my mum and dad?
She still has them. They're well,
Okay.
for the time being. But they're not safe. I don't know what's happening, but
Is there a way we can get them?
I'm trying my best to make sure everything is alright, but things are developing poorly.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna send a sending to the architect.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're in the portal room. Where are you? Big problem.
Is that all you're sending?
I just leave it at that. Yeah, that's all I'm sending.
There's a little bit of a pause. Alright. I'll return as soon as I can. I'll be there in... Give me a minute.
Oh, it'll only be a minute. It's all right.
Okay. All right. Everybody. Romulus rush. There we go. Right. We need to first of all gather up Mortar's body and get ourselves in a fairly. We need to take stock. Ellie, you just looked really worried for a second there, and Sitania was doing that weird wiggly thing she does. What's the situation?
She's just
We need the information.
turns round, sort of like really nervous. Pretty scared. The creature's free. Okay. Wait, the architect's coming. I'll explain it to him as well.
Wait, no,
But-
come on. No. What do you mean the creature is free? Because
What we've just experienced, I'll explain it to you in a minute. It's a lot more complicated than just a bad teleport.
oh, fuck. Okay.
You hear a kind of a rush of the arcane, and you see kind of a gate open up as the architect steps through. You see an individual come with him as he steps through into this space, and you see what looks to be a kind of a tall humanoid form. What looks to be kind of this long red coat on the just kind of over the top of what look to be almost these like almost decoratively wrapped bandages across the chest, across their chest in question, kind of wrapped around their neck, but then otherwise peeled back to reveal this humanoid face, or human face from what you can tell, kind of a light glow with kind of these blue cracks that run across the kind of across the chin line, and what looks to be a head of brown hair that's quite thin by the looks of it. An aged individual, but still looks quite youthful despite this. As the individual steps up, you can still see almost this eminent glow of magic just kind of peeling off of him in small kind of, I guess tendrils would be the best way to describe it, but it almost looks like it's evaporating off of his skin in a heat haze. As he steps up, just kind of wearing what looks to be almost like a skirt of some form, or dress wrap that otherwise wraps around his waist as he steps up and kind of looks across all of you, looks at the architect who kind of gestures. I brought help. You said it was bad. How bad are we talking?
Okay. She gives a very brief, breakdown of, he's dead. Something very powerful may or may not have corrupted him. I saw it corrupt him, but he seems okay. And my creature's now out of control. Also, has a master, and I met her.
The architect kind of takes this in and just looks back at the figure, who steps forward in this moment, heads over to Mortar and just kind of lifts a hand in front of Mortar. Do any of you attempt to stop this?
I'm just going.
think-
I probably will be like, are you planning to resurrect, or are you going to try and burn the body? Like, we rather intend to bring this individual back. If you're going to do anything that would
The
stop
plan
that,
is
please.
to help him, if he is your friend.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to sit down now. Romulus
As he
just
places his
leans
hand
against the wall
out.
and slowly slides down.
As he places his hand out and otherwise stretches fingers out, you watch as from each kind of corner of the room, from the walls, these tendrils of arcane, which you identify as ley magic, are pulled to the palm of his hand, where you watch as below the palm of his hand, a gemstone seems to be manifesting in that moment. And as he places his hand on Mortar, there is this sudden surge as you come back on full hit points. You lose all points of exhaustion, and you are alive and well.
Holy shit.
Fuck, damn.
Oh, fucking hell.
I think Kirv immediately lets go to give him some space.
Oh, Jesus.
And he begins to...
Everybody okay?
You see this strange
You
form
won't.
before you, as described previously, just kind of look down at you. You see his eyes kind of glisten with almost this prismatic, oiled look of every facet of life before they turn and begin to... You note that he doesn't step. There is a steady glide to him as he just drifts across the room towards Romulus at this point.
Oh, pulling the Essek.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah. Well, why not? It's cool.
Why not?
Also, he does just innately have a fly/hover speed as part of his stat block, which will make sense when you learn who he is eventually. So, he hovers over to you, Romulus, in this moment, and there's almost a moment of hesitancy from you, as you just kind of see he reaches forward and places a hand kind of across the side of your nose, almost rubbing the fur in this moment. There is an electrical feel, as it almost if it's traveling into you and inspecting the interior workings before he pulls his hand back.
It's like needing to sneeze but not being able to sneeze. Oh,
Yep, exactly.
horrible.
Then he pulls his hand back. There's nothing I can do for you, I'm afraid. It is bizarre,
Okay, so
but
there
this
is
is unfortunately
something
something
wrong.
I cannot do. Yes. This requires the work of
Okay.
something far kinder than myself, and looks to the architect, who kind of nods in acknowledgement. As for you,
Huh. Interesting.
as he begins to head over to Ellie in this moment, sort of floats close, before drawing these glyphs in the air that otherwise glow with ley magic as he does so, kind of reaching a hand through and grasping at something. Ellie, you feel this sudden shift and change in this moment, as almost as if your perspective has been altered, and you look out at what looks to be a 3D representation of something, and as you look at it, you can see yourself standing there. You see Trelodex's form kind of standing to one side beside you. The creature opposite you, Sychania, kind of limply on the ground, but these kind of lines and tethers attached to the creature opposite. And you see this figure standing in the circle, just kind of looking around at each of these figures in this moment, kind of lightly scratching at the edge of his chin and jawline, and before there's a pull back to your current self. And unfortunately, this is also beyond my assistance. But I understand more now, so thank you, Architect. The Architect nods and kind of almost with a respective bow, almost.
Thanks for trying and for saving our friend.
It is quite all right.
Okay.
Mortar's just inhaling air, just getting that blood circulating back into his body again.
Yep.
Just trying to reawaken all of those things that you take for granted when you're not really thinking about them, but when you restart your body, he's actively having to think about breathing.
Yeah. It's weird as well. Like, it's weird having the sensation that only one of your legs are dead. And it's like, oh, I can stand on the other one because it's mechanical. And yeah, it feels like it should be dead in this moment because, you know, there's no blood circulating to it. And it's this weird, almost phantom limb that's echoing there, something you've never really had to contend with. But in this sudden emergence of your body almost being very much jump-started back to life by whatever magic this was, it feels strange as you've just shot upright and then your body suddenly feels like it's numb all over.
I'm gonna look at the guy and just quietly, like, look, is there any way you could save my mum and dad's soul? They're in Sychania. Is there a way to get them to Treladex? He might be able to put up a better fight.
The figure looks at you in this moment. Looks to the Architect, who, almost as if looking for permission in this moment, as the Architect just nods. Very well. As the figure places their hand on the top of Sychania's head in this moment, Sychania does almost shy back, almost in fear, but you get a sense that it's not Sychania's doing with this fear. As the figure places their hand and wraps it around Sychania's crystalline head in this moment, and you begin to hear almost this screeching sound as if glass is rubbing against glass. And in that moment you watch as again ley energy begins to otherwise emanate from them, burning off the surface of their skin as they pull outwards, and you watch as with their other hand they draw a line from the back of their hand to your chest. And in this moment you watch as several motes of light glow and shoot to your chest in this moment, before he pulls his hand back and you see Sychania relaxes in that moment. And you feel a weight upon your chest as now your core, shall we say, contains multiple souls.
Yeah, I was expecting that to be rough. Thank you. Okay, I suppose I should explain what happened. Alright. When we teleported, I don't know what happened or how it happened, but the creature corrupting me has a master, and we teleported to her.
Wait a sec. Hold up. What's this? What do you mean it has a master?
There was a giant worm creature, and
Oh,
she was telling me to submit to my corruption. I refused, and she then cut Romulus's nose off, put a corruption in
How long-
Romulus from what I saw, and told me that she would continue to do it if I didn't submit. So
shit.
I've
How long was I
agreed
out
to give it
for?
to her. Not long.
Oh, you were only dead for like a minute.
It's busy minute.
Mm.
Long
So-
minute.
So the teleportation worked?
It worked, but there have been consequences.
We're not there anymore, so yes.
Sure. Okay. Right.
Yeah. So I've had
Shit.
I've had to submit to the creature. I will continue to try and fight it, but this is going to be a tough fight now.
I have a quick question for you. Do you tell us about what's going on with Cychania?
Yes, so she'll explain that at the moment Cychania seems to be very confused and glitching out, hosting multiple conversations, but just talking to me. It's
Can I
very
look
bizarre.
over Cychania? I've got a bit of a theory. I'd like to roll. This is going to sound a bit silly. I would like to roll Smith's tools to look over Cychania.
Okay. I will say this will be for the physical integrity due to the nature of the Smith's tools, but I will allow that.
What skill would you like me to do that with?
Let's say in this moment, your choice of either intelligence or wisdom for this, given that this will be.
I'm going to go wisdom on this.
Okay.
Okay. Because I've got a theory, and but I feel like it's good for me to be in a position where I can, discuss it with you. But I kind of need to know what information I'd have as a character there.
Yeah, that's fine.
That is a 26.
26. Looking
Nice.
over Cychania in this moment, you can see that Cychania's head, which is kind of the large, almost triangular crystal, you can see is intact as it should be, but you can see that there are almost these thin veins that have almost begun to intrude across the interior of it, as if it's slightly clouded as well, as if something is much like when water is infected, or when it's misty in that regard. You can also see across the metallic, otherwise chain links, and the plates that make up Cychania's main body also have, where it was originally like hard lines, sharp crystal, pieces of metal that made up her form, it is now smoother in places, where there are these almost organic growths across the surface of it, but the exterior still looks crystal and metal, as if they have burrowed through the metal and pushed it outwards. You can tell that the integrity of Cychania is weird now. You can see that there are, where she's wrapped around Ellie's arm as well, where she would usually go underneath the clothing for to wrap around the rest of Ellie's body. You kind of pull the sleeve back up after asking to do so, and you can see that where Cychania is in full contact with the shoulder and pieces of the torso has begun to grow around Cychania. Pieces of bone, flecks of crystal and scale have begun to almost grow over pieces of her, as if she is being pulled into Ellie's body.
Okay. So my theory, and do correct me where the information I have gleaned would contradict this, is that essentially what has occurred is in the increase of the corruption, Cychania has essentially been infected to a certain degree. That is to say, her physical makeup has been. I was going to. Okay, are we all
Altered?
mature adults here?
Okay.
No,
No, but
but
go on.
No, but go on. Yeah.
I'm going to use the word. So her physical form has been impregnated with the corruptive force in whatever manner that may be. In this case, it's sort of organic corruption,
Yes.
like a parasite that has burrowed in and is now gestating and growing.
Yes.
It's my understanding that the best resolution for something like this, and I am viewing this as a smith rather than anything else, would be to essentially burn out or separate out the impurities, and then reforge with additional clean matter, basically clean metal.
Yes.
Obviously, I suspect that's not directly possible in like a smithing sense. However, I feel like this could be a situation where we might be able to burn or otherwise like remove, like via whatever means, purify, remove, or otherwise like what's the word I'm looking for? Scrape out the corruption and replace the material making up Saichania, similar to kintsugi.
Mm-hmm. Taking something
Does
that's broken
that
and
seem
repairing
like-
it.
Yes, but with additional matter of some kind.
I'll say with a 26 on the smith stools, something like that could potentially be possible. It, however, looking at it, would be far beyond your skill, far beyond the skill of any smith, as this is more of an enchantment base.
Oh yeah,
In
yeah.
most
this
smithing
is just
cases, it would be
the lens throughout that I'm viewing it through.
Yes, through the lens that you're looking at through, the methodology would work perfectly. If this were a blade, for example, with no sentience, and it was just a magical blade that could then be broken down and reforged, that would be fine. With Saichania, breaking Saichania down could release the organic corruption itself. It's almost like that of almost like a poisonous mushroom that would emit toxins and spores once it's been trampled or destroyed. It's something similar to that, where you look at this through that lens and go, it could in theory work, but the technology and the understanding from what you gauge is far, far gone. And I'll say with kind of letting people know that this, or having this kind of little bit of conclusion, almost muttering this as you go, Ellie, you know that from the bits that you had been reading regarding the prophetic log, going through there, Saichania was an experimental last resort. So even the people of the past who made Saichania to contain the creature didn't know if it would work. So this is knowledge and territory that not even the ancients would know. This is new territory. So I say this is something that you both kind of... The aid of the knowledge that Ellie has with the prophetic log, plus the high roll on the blacksmith tools in this instance, comes to that conclusion that fixing Saichania is now past the point of no return. You repaired her as best you could with the ritual, but now she's beginning to suffer from something that now even the ritual can't prepare or repair for.
Okay. Well, can't fix it. Guess we need to beat it.
There is a theory. I have a theory, but not the means. We don't have the knowledge to do this. But we might be able to, if we find the right things, create the right rituals. The methodology is theoretically, if I was able to, if this was just a something non-sentient, the theory works to fix it. We just need to find a workaround that actually works, that doesn't involve breaking Cychania. Or breaking down Cychania into, and then reforging.
Yeah.
I view
I
this
don't-
as a smith, not as an enchanter or an artificer or any of that strange ilk. If we may be able to combine knowledge, and we may be able to come up with something that will make this possible. Just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean it is impossible. It just means it hasn't been done.
Okay.
And I say that because, loath as I am to admit it, I do not think we can fight that thing.
Not
I
yet.
felt near. I was near death with what you say seems like barely a thought.
Yeah, it was more of a flick of a finger.
Uh-huh.
And she just kind of blew your face off.
Wait. I thought she was a worm. Did the worm have fingers?
Well, a figure come from the worm. First it presented as my mum.
Oh, fuck, it's Dune. We're in fucking Dune. Everybody get the spice and run.
Speaking of, I didn't suppose this was a familiar-looking worm, was it?
It didn't look like
No.
Vinny's worm, did it?
No, this is something that had stark differences. The worms that you've seen, or the worms that you've seen, the one worm and the interaction that you had with it within Vinny's mind was kind of this long, sleek silver worm, almost more eel-esque in nature, with kind of this fin along the back and the head almost like a basilisk or serpent in nature. So that more, the serpent might be a better name for it, but a worm is what it is. Meanwhile, the worm that you saw in this one is more like a lamprey or a leech. It was very much kind of this long, horrific, parasitic-looking creature with no actual head, more just a mouth at the front, rows upon rows of thousands of teeth, and tendrils that reached out that were faces and hands. There was a very clear difference between the two.
It was horrific, and it held you lot hostage till I gave in. I don't know if I did the right thing or the wrong thing, but I couldn't.
I don't. There isn't a right or wrong in that situation. You did what you could. You did what you did. And we will manage it. See, look, Mortar came back from the dead. That's already one problem solved. I appear to have.
Yeah, because it's just because it's as simple as that. Fucking hell. I feel my neck and where they shot me in the side of the neck there. I'm like, fuck.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to go back to being a corpse?
I'm sorry, do we have a fucking problem here that you need to say something about? I've just come back, but I'll throw hands with you right now, big fella. What's up?
We've got other things to deal with. I understand you coming back is a really good thing. I'm very happy you're alive. But can we not see it as a positive? Can we just we can just look at it as a positive that has happened and move on whilst we focus on the other glaring shit show?
How about you keep your sarcastic tone to yourself, pal, okay? I didn't come at you for anything, alright?
Just gonna look back at
just
everything Mortar has ever said. Okay.
Kirv sighs so loudly and just walks off.
I'm just gonna move on. Okay, so the way I see it, one, we don't want to be dealing with that creature ever again, so that's a big no-no on the teleporting that way. We need to make sure we are heavily well stocked on these sorts of reagents and things. That can't happen again. Point number 2. I know that I am corrupted. We need to fix that. I don't know how to do that just yet, but we will work on it. Sorry, I looked at the architect. Is there any chance I could get like a mini sidechainia, like a little chain, to hold back, like just wrap it around my nose? Is that how it works? I could replace my nose ring.
I was not the creator, unfortunately. I do not know if there would be a way to get you one. You would have to find a pre-existing one in the world, and I believe most of them were destroyed during the atrocities.
Is that any chain,
Sidechainia
or
was
is that specifically the
experimental.
ones that are like sidechainia?
Specifically the ones that are still alive, like Sidechainia.
Well, what about our friends?
The thing is, Sidechainia is experimental. She was adapted and is made of multiple.
That is
I don't
also
know if-
true.
Okay, so
And by your friends, do you
I'm
mean
sorry, I forgot.
the one
it
who you
begins with an
saved?
A. Or an E. Yes. Oh, I've forgotten his name. I feel so bad.
Ezra.
Yep.
Ezra?
Azira, yes.
Mhm.
Azira. Is it Azira or Ezira?
I believe
I don't
it's-
know. I kept calling him Ezra for a long time.
Yeah. I think that's what's throwing me. Like my brain hasn't like
Ezera.
settled on a thing.
Azera.
Ezera. Okay, Ezera. Okay. Cool. Right. Ezera has a living one, and Sidechainia is alive though corrupted. Perhaps through study of both, we could work something out there. That can be on the back burner right now because, as much as I currently do want to carve my own nose off of my face, I don't think that would work. And until we have something to go off of, that needs to be secondary. Vinny, your mother is in danger. How do we fix that?
Go to her. Yes.
Okay, where is
Yeah,
she
we
again?
need to go to her. She should still be at home in Hammerwind. If we go to her, if we're there, I can make sure she's safe. We can get her beyond the reach of whatever agents Trustin might have had in play.
For those of us that aren't familiar with the precise details of the geography of this world, where the hell is that?
Hammerwind
North on the
is
coast.
north. Yes. So I believe you passed by close to Hammerwind on your journey that you travelled. Back when we did pre-campaign stuff.
Oh, right. Oh,
So
okay.
you
Right,
went
fair
through Amber Port, if you remember.
Yeah.
Hammerwind is the next major city along if you were to go west along the coast. Hammerwind is also the home of the Shaggy Manes.
Remind me, do I get along well with the Shaggy Manes or do I not?
A bit of both. I mean, the Shaggy Manes is one of the 5 major families in the Beastlands, and they're mostly coastal territory, so they're mostly to work with ships and stuff, and they get on very well with other individuals. But they have had a poor reputation in the past, and mainly involving sighting near civil wars. But they are generally better now. From what you understand, and you haven't had much interaction with them. Most of your interaction has been with the fur cloaks, or the fur coats, sorry.
And I believe Sunny Wavebreaker would be one of theirs.
Not necessarily one of theirs, but he is a coastal individual, so quite possibly.
Noted.
So heading back to Hammerwind could potentially put you in the direct path of some individuals.
All right. Okay, so here's the plan. We head to Hammerwind. Along the way, we're going to be doing research. We need to know what can get rid of corruption, and anything we can do to determine how to fix Cychania, because Cychania is significantly important for preventing Ellie from turning into a monster. No offense meant. We need to
Even
gather
if the damage to her
supplies.
can't be repaired at this point, we can figure out how to
The more we
extend her
know, the better.
lifespan and have a fight
Yeah.
what's attacking her. Yeah.
Exactly.
The
Right.
individual
First
who
things
is
first,
otherwise
we
still
need
floating
supplies.
nearby, just kind of.
Oh yes, I'm so sorry. What is your name? We did not ask.
I go by the name of Quintar. It is a pleasure to
It is a pleasure to meet you, Quintus.
make
Thank you
your
very kindly for your
acquaintances. I would like to state that you do not have to worry. You have time on your side when it comes to your friend's development, gesturing to Ellie. As for other matters, when it comes to something to cure corruption, something of true good would usually counter something of true darkness, although that is not truly what it is.
But something that is inherently really, really good could be a
A
measure
suppressor at the least.
Right.
It would act as a buffer, a way to counteract some of its workings.
You were able to detect this corruptive force inside me, right?
Yes.
Where is it? And if I were to cut it out, would it stay gone?
You watch as he conjures a major image, and you can see a slightly translucent section of your, kind of a side-on view of your nose, and you can see that it has buried itself within the nerves between your nose and your brain. Cutting it out will kill you.
Oh. Hmm.
It will
So,
need to be cleansed,
really powerful.
as opposed to
Mm-hmm.
anything else.
Right. Noted. Okay, well, we've got that. We know we have something to go off of there. Right.
He looks to the architect.
What is good?
I can prepare the surgery room for whatever might be needed in the future. Just let me know when they are ready. I believe they have cleaned up the previous mishap from when they came through here, you mentioned? The architect just nods.
That's the...
They did indeed. So feel free to use the room as you would need to prepare for any eventualities. I'm sure they'd be most gracious to have your help.
Thank you. All right. Something pure good. Can I obviously as a player know what I'm wanting to think of, Chris.
History check.
However, as a character, yeah.
I'll say
Something good.
you, Ellie, and Vinny. I will say you three will be able to do history checks because the rest of you are either very new to the party or weren't in the party when this happened. I'll say Ellie, make it with advantage because you obviously have it in your inventory.
Okay.
I make it with advantage,
Yeah.
did you say?
Yeah, because you have the thing in your inventory.
That's 26.
Vinny?
And a 17 from Vinny.
17, okay. Romulus is kind of, you're having a think and you're not entirely sure what would go for this sort of thing. And Vinny, your immediate mind goes from, well, I'm a tiefling, and from the perspective of most individuals, I would come from hell, much like Kirv. So you'd want to go to the opposite, which would be, and you're kind of thinking about what that would be, planar-wise, and although it's not necessarily an expertise of yours, the name Celestia has been mentioned before, But for you in this instance, Ellie, as you're kind of thinking about it, you pull out that tuft of unicorn hair that you received from that unicorn, and you know that they invited you to Mount Arbor within the Celestia Pantheon, which is a series and chain of planar domains.
This pulls out like the tuft. We did get invited to Mount Arbor by unicorn.
That would do as something if they're willing to help. Otherwise, you might have to bring back angelic blood of some form. Depends on the route you want to take. And kind of looks to Kirv and Mortar in this instance with just kind of a subtle side glance that those of you with a high insight, which I believe is Vinny and Romulus in this moment, as the two of you kind of note this, you kind of put together the immediate thoughts of Quintar in this moment that it seems that maybe bringing Mortar and Kirv with you could pose some difficulties going to a place of high celestial nature with someone who comes from hell and someone else who seems to be of a, let's just say, an origin story that's less than friendly.
Can I check quickly? Are we planning on having a rest here before we go, or are we probably going to leave quite promptly?
I need at least one long rest before I start moving.
Then I would say Kirv is probably sort of slowly backing up. Not like in a attention-drawing way, but just kind of... She isn't looking her best.
Okay. Quintar in this moment just kind of looks around.
Mortar will follow.
If you're needing to make haste, I can provide some repair where repair is needed, but know that I can't do a lot to help you if you're looking to cure yourselves of any other maladies or remedies.
If we take a long rest, how long will it take for the assassins? We don't even know how they're communicating.
Don't know anything
Could
at
we take
all.
a-
It may not even be assassins in the conventional sense. He was deliberately vague. What is the quickest way we have of getting out of here?
The architect kind
Right.
of gestures to the gate. It can take you anywhere, provided you know where you're going. As long as the lead person has an idea of where they're headed, you can all travel there together.
Okay.
Mortar will follow Kirv out the room.
Well, I guess the question is, Kirv, are you heading out of the room? Because remember that these rooms are all connected via gates. So if you're looking to leave, what room within Zakers are you going to try and get to? Because if Mortar's trying to follow you, he'll need to make that guess. Unless you're deliberately holding his hand as you head through.
It would probably be the portal area where you can get to different places.
You're in
That's
it at
where
the
we
moment.
are, I think.
Yep.
Oh, that's where we are? Okay.
Yep.
Then probably just one room away, I guess.
So where would that like to be? Because you connect
Sorry,
to
I
the
don't-
entirety of Zakers. Everything is one room away.
Then okay, sorry. So she'll stay in the room. She'll probably just sit up against a wall.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just join her then.
Okay. If you can walk through that portal and wind up straight in my parents' house, then I can cast a tiny hut there, and we can all take a rest once I know that she's safe. Hammerwind is a good place to resupply. It's a big port city, lots of trading ships coming in and out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know so
We
much about
should.
research, but there must be at least some sort of library or information there, or at least nearby. I guess from there we need to figure out what our next move is. I know we still have a lot going on.
Mm. Okay.
I mean,
Save your
you've
mum.
been to Hammerwind before, Ellie, so you would know. Yeah, you would know that there isn't actually a large library, but there is a college. As it was one of the suggested areas that you could potentially enroll in once you got older, as mentioned by your grandfather.
Well, they've got a college there. They might have something.
You also have a friend there as well.
Hammerwind.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where Oak is? I'm trying to work out.
Oak's
I wrote it down. I'm trying to work
Oak's
out
in
where.
Port Zantac.
Zantac. Who is in Hammerwind? Oh Lord.
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
I'm like, oh, that is like early game notes.
It is.
Nat 20?
Nat 20. Okay. You are
So,
aware
like,
of the two locations
30
which you
something?
have friends. You have the Sunside Tea House, which contains one of your grandfather's close friends, which is
Oh yeah.
Capietta, the coral sylvan sea elf, who owns the small tea house and is also just good friend, means that it's potentially a place you can bunk if you need to. Additionally, the Beachhead. If you remember Captain Hardshell, the barnacle triton who sold you crab and oysters.
The guy that I beat at the game.
Yeah. No, that's in
Yes.
Port Zantac. Captain
Okay.
Hardshell was the one that you went and saw Harold and McJevin jumping into the ocean to get crab pots and oysters from just off the coast, and they would cut them open there on the beachhead, and you bought a bunch to give to your mum and dad.
Yes. Yes, that's the same place
So-
as I got the little trinkets for them.
Yeah, which means if you're looking for
Yeah, I got
pearls
it.
specifically, the beachhead is where you could buy them. And pearls do count as a gemstone, which means they can be used for anything that a gem would class as. So the beachhead is also
Okay.
somewhere you can go, and they may not necessarily be friends, but they are individuals who know you and you know them. So both of those are potential places you can go. Otherwise, the only other person that you met with was the High Arbiter, which was Octi Greyhoof, who is an individual who is a very renowned person who follows the law, and if there are assassins in his city, he will want to know. High Arbiter Octi Greyhoof.
Okay. Octigrade.
Hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, and if there are assassins in his city, he will want to know. So telling
Okay.
him means you could get the law enforcement on your side. Given the nature of who
Okay.
you are, that's a very useful thing to know. So a natural 20 is very helpful because it's told you 3 very good pieces of information. Vinny, if you would like to go ahead and roll me a history check as well for any information you know about from Hammerwind, and I'll say have it with advantage because you lived here.
Hmm.
Missing that 20.
That's rough. Okay.
Okay.
BRB.
BRB.
History then?
Yep.
Yeah, that's a 12.
It's been a while since you've been home. You don't necessarily know if many people would be welcoming after the reputation that people ended up having with you and your mum, which resulted in the events of you leaving and going elsewhere. The Ship Cutters is the best place that you know about, with Garth Silversalt being the one who was close with your mum before the incidents took place. But other than that, there aren't many that you know about who would be friends, per se. You are aware of some places you could hide and very much kind of go if you need to. Various taverns, inns, brothels, there's all sorts that you could go to if you need to hide or bunk somewhere. And some of these places will be more inconspicuous than others. So you are aware of the lay of the land, but other than that, not much else. I think what we'll do,
Okay.
to give people a little bit of time to have a think and a thunk about various situations that are going on, we'll have a quick break there. I personally won't be more than a minute, and people are welcome to chat and come up with things and pass ideas by me once I get back. Otherwise, enjoy the look of the map on tabletop. I have revealed the basement
The
you were so desperately searching.
Hmm.
And the means by which of how to get there as well, which is there are on the map. It's a little bit hard to see as intended. There are sliders underneath the desk that allow it to pull back and reveal
You
a trap.
don't just keep a bed inside.
Is this like a holding cell?
Inside the basement?
No,
This is 100% some shady shit.
This is a safe room. This is where, if he had the chance to escape there, if he'd known all of what would happen, he would have hidden in here. This is a safe room with several days' worth of supplies for him to hide in.
God dang it.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay,
So there was a wonderful hidden area. Right, I'm going to quickly be right back. So anybody else who would like to do so.
Also, just the one-person bed? Just a single bed? He was not intending to bring his wife, was he? The swine.
He could bring his wife. They'll just take turns sleeping. You know, they'll probably want individuals to be up and awake and aware of what's going on. Taking shifts like you would in a normal long rest as adventurers. Right, I'm going to quickly be right back. But otherwise, have a think about what
shifts like a normal marriage.
Go ahead and make.
Right.
Otherwise, have a quick break and have a think about what exactly you might want to do next, because I feel like there's a lot of thinking going on and not a lot of talking. I'll say during this time, if anybody does want to have a talk with Quintar, I will back in a minute to converse should they want to. But note that he is not going to stick around forever, so it's more of a, if people don't have questions, he will just depart. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, so do we have the spell slots to teleport to Hammerwin?
Well, before we do that, we need to get the components and everything. Make sure that we're stocked up on those.
No, obviously, but we need to know: do we actually have the capability, or should we plan to rest first and then go?
Well, I think Jamie was saying Ellie has teleportation circle, but doesn't have teleport.
Yeah, but we don't necessarily have a teleportation circle.
It's about as anyone, because anyone can expend spell points to use the teleport gate. So if anyone's got spells and they've got spell points, then you can use the teleport gate.
Okay. At the very least, we should be able to recover on a short rest for Kirv.
I do have 11 Paladin points.
Is that enough?
Kirv can. I think it's 10.
So we do...
It's the level of the spell. 7th level spell, that'll be 10. Yeah, 10 spell points.
Okay. So we have the capability to get that. Personally, I would like to have a long rest, but owing to the fact that we don't know what sort of timescale we're working on, I am willing to acquiesce to we teleport there after a short rest, and then you make use of a tiny hut once we have secured your mother.
That checks out.
I don't know if Vinny's here or not. But anyway,
No, he stepped out.
once the mother has been secured, we tiny hut, we sleep, we deal with everything else in the morning after we've all recovered to some degree. Do we all agree that that is a reasonable course of action at this point in time?
Mm-hmm.
It's the most urgent, for sure.
Okay. In the time period, is there anyone who does not require a short rest?
I think I got brought back full on everything, so I don't think I do.
In that case, it may be a solid idea to, while the rest of us have a short rest, you go and locate some of the reagents that we need, i.e. the jeweled chalk and stuff.
Sure. Yeah, I can do that.
Obviously, anyone else who is also in a position to look around, I would suggest goes with you, because traveling on your own, even in Zakas, just feels like a bad idea.
Cool.
Okay. And finally, once we have the relevant bits and pieces, enough for a return journey as well, then our main intent will be to obviously secure Vinny's mother, but then our next priority after that, I think, should be doing the research I mentioned earlier to find out things. We've discussed the existence of Mount Arbor, I believe.
Mount Arbor.
So
yes.
I think that's a really solid option, because I think in a place that is quite explicitly divine and good aligned, we might be able to get some more ideas on how to cleanse my corruption, and then using the information we gather from that, we might be able to then work on how to help reduce Ellie's corruption.
We have the
Just
little
anyone-
issue of
We
have the little issue of
agree. We
Mortar
also
and
need to
Kirv
be-
not being able to go.
Yeah. Mortar and
This is
Kirv
true.
can't.
It's not that you can't go, it's just that
It's just
going.
we might have problems.
It might create some conflict. So, let me put it another way. If you go without them, the DCs of the skill checks to get through might be somewhere between the range of 15 to 20. Taking Mortar and Kirv might up that to 18 to 25 or so. It's going to make it harder, but at the same time, splitting the party isn't going to be ideal, because it's not necessarily something you're going to want to do. This is an adventure you should all do together. It's just a note that two of your party members, one distinctly comes from hell, and the other of whom has a dangerous backstory which could potentially lead to certain creatures with a sensitivity to this kind of situation might also have issue. Ellie and Romulus are also part of this as well. If you were to not take Ellie and Romulus, you would also decrease the difficulty of this. The only person who can actively wander around the Mount Arbor a little bit more nonchalantly is Vinny, because the most that he comes from is the sea.
Whilst he's a tiefling, not from hell.
Exactly. So it's very much a matter of Vinny is the... As much as he's not the most good-aligned member of the party, he is the least...
Yeah, they're xenophobic,
the
not
least
racist.
shady.
Yeah.
I'll have you know, my character is both sweet and innocent, so...
And
you should
heavily
definitely
corrupted.
get
And, yeah.
Look,
I think it's something to say
this-
that the rogue is the least shady out of all the party, which is great news.
Okay.
For
That
me,
is,
really.
that is
I
actually
would
quite
argue
scary.
I am really only shady because of what happened last session.
Yes, this is true. This is very true. But yeah, it's very much a matter of it will be best that you all travel together because, you know, safety in numbers, and I've balanced encounters around that idea. And, yeah, I mean, I could unbalance them and have it be that your party are split, but it could result in some awful TPKs
Which
that
isn't
the
a
other
bad
half won't know
idea.
about.
Because there's going to be
No.
like all of us there, and then there's going to be Mortar and Kirv, which
I'm sure they'll like her once they get to know her.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing could possibly go wrong by leaving Mortar and Kirv on
I
their
think
own
no,
for
I think we should
an
leave
extended
Mortar
period
and
of time.
Curve alone, but it's specifically so that like whilst we're doing insane like murderous bullshit, because that is just how our lives tend to go. We get to just cut back to like the honeymoon episode of Curve and Mortar.
I was thinking more of a padded cell, but that works too.
Yeah, no, that works. As long as they're not walls
That's
of
where they're
force.
honeymooning, Chris.
Yeah, it's the same thing for them, I bet.
Inside the sanatorium.
Yeah. Oh dear.
You know, they're both
Right.
places where you go to relax. You know, you go to enjoy. The intention is that by the time you leave, you'll be a lot better. And you know, there's restraints involved. So really, what's the difference?
Just drop Mortar off at
Oh, good
daycare. He'll
lord.
be fine.
Daycare.
You just come back and Mortar's doing finger painting with like 2-year-olds.
Oh my god. Why is that kind of
I will
adorable?
say it has been established he's more likely to threaten to shoot the children.
Oh yeah, one of them
Yeah, in all
steals his
fairness.
red and he'll point his gun at them.
Apologies, I'm back.
That's my red crayon. Now I have more red.
We're talking about Mortar at daycare, so you haven't missed much, Vinny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as we return ourselves back to the scene. Is there anything anyone would like to do, or any suggestions people would like to make? Because it was mentioned that a potential long rest could be made there. With Vinny casting Behrman's tiny hut, it could be that Quintar has also said that they can potentially provide some aid for the party if they would like to go immediately.
Well, we have no idea how these other people are getting to your mum.
We don't know.
So, the sooner the better.
My thinking is if they're there already, then I need to go now. And if not, it should be just as safe to rest there as anywhere else.
Yeah.
I appreciate if we go now, a lot of people who've not fully recovered from the last fight will be walking into danger. I think I have to take that risk, but I don't want to.
What do people need? I guess should be the better question then. To help themselves feel more comfortable about jumping straight into a dangerous situation. I can't go with you without potentially
I would
causing
like
any issues,
to-
but I can assist.
I'm still bleeding from a lot of holes, not all of which are supposed to be there.
Very well. As he steps over and begins to cast a spell, you watch as more of that ley energy kind of congeals on the edge of his hand, and as he places his hand on top of your head, let's see.
Come on.
Plus modifier. You heal 38 hit points. You
Pretty
are cleansed of 1 point of exhaustion. And
Very nice.
And until you are fully healed, you will regain 1 hit point every minute.
Oh.
As it is a
Holy
pseudo.
shit.
Oh, this is an empowered regeneration spell.
Yeah,
Holy
Hmm.
crap.
that'll do it.
I mean, he
Can we have
just
this
cast
card
True
to apply?
Resurrection on Mortar, so
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, did not know that was true resurrection. Should have clocked that from the healing. Damn. Okay. On Mortar, really? Oh, wow.
Mortar will flip Romulus off.
That was a
As-
Harlan joke, and you know it.
As a general note, as the
Mortar
offer,
flips Harlan off.
as the
You get a nosebleed.
as
Yeah.
as a general note as well, due to the nature of this spell, because of not necessarily for this is for what was cast on Mortar, with regards to the True Resurrection. Due to the nature of it, if you would like, you can otherwise discuss with your patrons, or potentially take the actions yourself. If you wish to remove your prosthetics and wait over the next 5 days, your leg and arm will grow back.
Holy
Whoa.
But that is entirely up to you. It will put you out of
shit.
commission
Oh my
for
word.
5 days, which is a huge chunk of time in the grand scheme of things. But
I mean,
so before you
well,
take your
it's
next
just
long
it's
rest,
just a
you
leg,
can
right?
make that choice. No, he's missing an arm.
It's a leg and
from
an
his,
arm.
from his pre-story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was my first missing limb.
Look,
Um,
So
I
it's
think.
entirely
do
Oh,
up
well,
to
I mean,
Mortar.
if
I'll say have a think on it.
Well, I mean,
'cause you've
if we're
got 4
planning on
months
going-
before we get there. So
oh, okay, no worries.
yeah, we've got 4 months to your next long rest, most likely, unless you have it this session. Because remember, after this will probably be our last session of the year, and then we're starting with the occult series next year at the beginning. So
Cool.
it'll be good to leave in a place that hopefully we can remember and pick up from. We'll get there. So yeah. Unless you already know the answer that you might want to go for now, you're welcome to view it. Otherwise, take some time to think on it.
Well, the main thing I was thinking was if you guys are planning on going to Mount Celestia, or sorry, Mount
Arbor.
where was it? Sorry.
Arbor.
Thank you. If you're thinking of going to Mount Arbor, then and Mortar being there will cause a problem. It makes sense for him to stay back, and he can be regenerating while that happens. So that's an option. But yeah, I don't mind. So
Oh, it
yeah,
was
but
said
I'll think
previously
it over.
that it would probably be best if we all went, really, because of
It's not everybody in
things
the
have
party, with the exception of
Yeah.
Vinny, will incur problems going
I-
there. And Beau, technically,
I
and
think
Beau
I would-
and Carver. But, yeah.
I think I would do. I think I'll do this as an RP thing if it comes up.
We'll see. But yeah, that offer is there as part of the True Resurrection that was cast on you. Because it would regrow
Okay.
your limbs if you wanted to. So, Quintar otherwise casts the Empowered Regeneration on you, Romulus. So it will continue healing you.
all right. In 100 minutes, I'll be back to full fighting force. Okay. Right.
Does anyone
Vinny?
else need anything? Looks around the room and sees kind of Kirv off to one side. Just kind of sat against the wall. You hear a message in
Kirv
your
doesn't
head,
say
Kirv.
anything.
Yeah. You don't say anything, but you hear a message in your head. Do you need any assistance?
She looks up, assuming who is speaking, and shakes her head.
Okay. Do any of the rest of you need anything? Any healing? Anything else?
I'm just
removed?
doing some maths. Okay. I mean,
The
I
corruption?
suspect. Yeah, we've established that's not doable. Okay. Right. I'm in a position where I can reasonably put up something approaching a fight. Vinny, is there any... The one thing I would like to get before we teleport anywhere is the materials to teleport back. But I understand if you would prefer we went to Hammerwind first and then picked up things there. The only thing I would say is, it depends on whether that feels reasonable. What's your personal choice on this. Do we pick up stuff first, or do we go and pick it up there?
I would prefer to go there and pick it up, but I appreciate that I'm asking everyone to walk into danger. If people would feel more comfortable doing that, if we take a few minutes sourcing it from Zakers, I'm not going to object.
What's one more suicide mission?
All right, let's get ready to teleport. Thank you very much for your assistance, Quintar. I'm afraid we do not know you terribly well. It would be a pleasure to know more about you, but I can only thank you for your kindness that you have shown.
In time, I'm sure you'll learn more about me. But for the time being, you are very welcome. If you wanted, what is it materials that you are needing?
Jeweled chalk for teleportation circle.
And you watch as they gesture in the air momentarily as you watch as the ley energy begins to otherwise coalesce in their hand. This does take 10 minutes to cast, but they are casting the creation spell in order to produce you some jeweled chalk for you to use. Due to the, or not fabrication, sorry. As they're creating
Jesus
jeweled
Christ.
chalk for this. But it is going to take 10 minutes. This will give Romulus 10 extra hit points, but it will delay by 10 minutes
good.
if you think that's something that you want to do.
Right. It's not the end of the world. We can get a hold of stuff elsewhere. I would say that I'm also worried about Vinny's mum, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to
Feeling the
wait.
weight of her
I'm happy to
parents.
go.
Go on. Yeah. Honestly, parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right.
So you're going sooner
let's
rather
go.
than later.
Yes, I think it's. We cannot risk someone's life.
Quintar otherwise nods. I'll leave this in the hands of the architect for when
Thank you, Beau.
you return. And
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, if there is any way we can thank you in return, please let us know. I know I, for one, would be happy to provide aid if I can ever provide it.
I appreciate the sentiment.
Mortar just nods his thanks.
All right.
Okay. So are you all
If
getting
we're-
up and preparing to go?
About to go. I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to do it twice at triple split and give everyone Sentinel Ward. So if we get there, you've all got bonus AC.
Okay.
Sentinel Ward up. Okay.
So, go ahead and roll me the wild magic for those, please. Don't worry about the Mage Hand because it's stabilized within Zakers, but the Sentinel Ward isn't.
No, that's fine.
Woo!
Well, that goes off.
What is...
It
Sentinel
would
Ward
be
is
really
second.
funny if it brought us a unicorn.
Why? Because the unicorn
God.
you bring will be shredded on its way into Zakers?
Exactly. Because when the shredded unicorn arrives,
74.
we get to use it.
Oh, man. Oh,
Material components.
How to circumnavigate a fetch quest. Bring the fetch quest to you. Shreds the unicorn.
That's grim.
Is this enough concentrated good for you?
Okay. Ellie, go ahead.
Romulus snorts it.
6, 7,
Oh my god.
8, 9. Go ahead and roll me a d10 for me, please.
8d10.
No, a d10.
Oh, a d10.
A
Okay,
singular
I was gonna
d10.
say.
Yes.
Okay.
You
I
can
thought you
roll
said eight.
8d10
right.
if you want.
What the
Just
fuck
choose
does this
one.
mean? 9.
9.
Oh my word.
Okay.
Chris, please tell me it's what I think it is. Please.
So,
I'm begging you.
the
I'm begging you,
architect
Chris.
is poisoned for the next 1d4 hours, but he is immune to poison as he is entirely made of cogs and metal. Nothing happens. Good to know.
I was really hoping it was going to be flumps, and we just get covered in marshmallow fluff.
my
As
God.
they, and we think that's what it does, but only you know that it's flumps that have just been extruded.
That's how you get marshmallow fluff. You just put some flumps in a blender.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
All those times that Ellie wanted pancakes with marshmallow fluff on top, it's just flumps being fed to her.
Oh no!
Creatures of pure good.
Is there
It's for your sweetie good.
is there anything that is there anything that Kirv wanted to do?
I was going to
I
ask.
think if
Does Kirv going with?
Kirv will. I mean, Kirv seems to be the one who will need to put in the points for anyway. I think if Mortar does try to talk to Kirv, she's just very much. It's not in a cruel way, but she just kind of seems very off and distant.
Hmm.
Like she's numbing herself, I think, is the vibe.
Okay.
Does Ellie come forward, or someone come forward to ask Kirv if she has the magic?
What for? You're going through the.
To do the portal.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
sorry.
going through gate. You don't need the
The teleportation.
teleportation.
Oh, we
Yeah, 'cause
don't?
we've used it
Okay,
once
that's
that
fine
day.
then. Then Kirv
Oh.
will just silently stand up and walk to the group.
Mortar will just watch
We did,
Kirv go
'cause
for a
we've used it
second,
once.
kind of question what it was he did wrong. Then he'll stand up and follow. His heart's not really in it, but there are bigger things to worry about.
The architect otherwise looks to all of you. Good luck in your respective quest, and well, come back safe should you need to. So, Vinny, you are helming
Will
this.
do.
So, where in specificity are you headed?
I can attempt to go anywhere.
Yeah, anywhere within your breadth of knowledge.
Okay, then I would like to try and go home,
Okay, what specific room?
specifically to the living room.
The living room. Okay. This could get very crowded very quickly, but this is fine. So,
It's fine. We'll spread out once we arrive.
What is
Mortar will
the-
cast precognition on himself.
Okay. What is the marching order we have here?
I
I'll go
guess
last.
I have to go first.
So Ellie last, Vinny prerequisite of going first.
I think if Ellie's at the back, Mortar will be second from the back, just
Okay.
in terms of the order.
And then
And I think that as he's kind of walking up there, and Ellie maybe falls in step with Ellie and kind of looks at her and goes, "Are you okay? Like, I mean, last I saw you, you were doing that crazy blood thing."
Just looks uncertain. Yeah. We got out of there, right? So we succeeded.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah, good. I'm glad you're okay. Then Mortar will just continue going.
And just before he leads ahead, she goes, just quietly says, "Thank you for what you did."
Mortar will just keep moving.
Ooh.
That's fine.
Okay.
Someone engage.
okay. So as you all begin to step through the portal at Vinny's discretion, Ellie, go ahead and roll me a D20 for me, please.
This is a normal part of it, right? This isn't some fucked up thing that's happening, right?
No, definitely not.
I don't trust you. I never trust you.
Okay. Mortar, you step through with the rest of the party, kind of all holding hands as you do so. And as you step through the portal, you kind of look back and you see that a mage hand is holding your hand instead of Ellie's. As you are pulled through the portal, Ellie, where would you like to go?
If I can, I'm trying to stay. So I want to talk to the architect.
Okay. So, as everybody teleports following Vinny's guidance, we will go to them, and Jamie, depending on how long this takes, we will handle your bit either near the end of the session or at some point between now and next session. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
Vinny, as you lead the way into your living room, I'm going to change the music because this is far more cheery than it should than. You're going home. What's a good?
I hate it
Yeah.
when he says that.
What's a good one for this? Let's go with.
Starts playing rap
Fucking
battle.
Reigns of
But no.
Castamere starts playing.
Do I have? You know what? This is usually.
Disney's Hellfire.
Nice day for a red
Oh,
wedding.
God.
This is usually a pretty good one for this. Actually, let's do this one because I like this one. This one's a good one. Okay. As you step through the gate in this moment,
Can't tell if
Vinny-
it's battle map music or not.
no, it's not. It's in my adventurous music. As you take the step through back home into the living room. Actually, this one is a bit too lively. I need something calmer. Maybe solemn would be better for this.
Oh boy.
Depends what we're
Anticipation
coming
is
back to.
killing me.
Solemn. Let's,
Mm.
No.
yeah, honestly.
This one. Yeah, let's go.
Chris,
Oh,
oh
this-
my god! I'm
this-
actually going to lose my
Anxiety.
mind.
Yeah.
I'm
Tell me
making
what to
it
do.
there.
Chris, I will piss your pants.
I just
I'm not
heard
even
it
there and I'm
cut off
nervous.
at the perfect moment you said, Chris, I will piss. Cuts off.
To be clear, I said, Chris, I will piss your pants.
Okay. So, Vinny, as you
God.
step through the gate into your living room, you land on the carpet as you would expect, the rest of your party otherwise filtering through behind you into this space. You all see a relatively cozy living room. I would like Romulus and Kirv to go ahead and roll me dexterity saving throws, please. Romulus, you have advantage because you can see this coming.
And I believe
All
plus
right.
4, is it? Or a +6 now?
Plus 6
to,
because
Sorry, what
Kirv is
kind of
really
save?
good. Yeah. Dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful. I
Neither
got
of
a
you
dexterity
crushed the
save,
coffee table on the way in,
22.
as
Hey.
the two of you otherwise follow in, being the larger members of the group, either heavily armored or just physically larger. You don't manage to trip over and break a coffee table. But the house is, from what it is, it's a very cozy house, kind of the soft style, you know, like the old lady cottagecore style sofas with kind of the white and floral blanket over it. A very nice mantelpiece where you can see there are pictures of what looks to be Vinny when he was younger, that have been painted or
adorable.
drawn in charcoal. You can see that there is a kind of a nice ornate clock. You can see that there's a large mirror above the mantelpiece of it. The fire is otherwise out at this current time, and the smell of the interior is very sweet and very nice. Vinny, go ahead and roll me a d20, please.
Okay.
I will say, just as an above board, On an 11 or higher, your mother is home. On a 10 or lower, she is out somewhere else.
Okay.
17. She is home.
17.
As you all kind of
Nice.
step in this moment, you kind of all step in. Mortar, being the last one to come through, kind of looks down at his hand in this moment and looks back. I would say Romulus and Mortar, you are the only two that at the moment have noticed that Ellie is not with you. Obviously Mortar for obvious reasons, and then Ellie thereafter.
Where's Ellie?
Beau also notices as well,
What?
sorry, but Beau
Mortar
is currently preoccupied.
Mortar's just looking back in the direction.
Notice.
Carvern's here as well. I don't think Carvern's got a high enough passive perception to notice. Never
We need to
mind.
give Chris
Carvern's
more
got a high
characters
enough
so he
passive
can roll
perception.
for all.
So Carvern and Beau both notice. For the sake of it, I will say that they kind of look back, note that Ellie isn't there, but I'll say Beau is looking around the house, kind of like, oh, this is a really nice place. And I'll say Carvern is following Vinny in almost anticipation of a fight.
If Ellie doesn't come through, we are stuck here. You know that. Like, we're gonna have to walk like peasants.
Ah, you can take it up with her when you see her.
She's gone.
The portal behind closes. Ellie is nowhere to be seen. She does not come through.
Oh. Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Hope she knows what she's doing.
Mortar will begin scouting out the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, I'm going to follow Vinny's lead because it's Vinny's house. I'll follow Vinny's lead, but I'm trying to shadow kind of the corners specifically, seeing if there's anyone hidden or anything like that.
Vinny, is it just your mother who lives here?
Unless a lot's changed since last I've been back.
Excellent. Then there's still time to become your father. I'm kidding. I don't say that. Romulus does not say that. Under no circumstance does Romulus say that.
Well,
Right. We need to find your mother, and we need to secure her, and we can deal with everything else after.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Where the fuck is
Follow
my
me in.
daughter? I'm just gonna put that in a box. I'm staying in a box for a bit. My rages will be extra potent at the moment, Chris.
Ellie, just so you can be part of this
Okay.
scene, go ahead and roll me 2d8, please.
2d8.
You specifically.
Vinny's mum casts wild magic.
Oh man, that would be funny.
It's a 4 and a 5.
4 and a 5. Gosh darn it, this is the wrong document. Where is it? There it is. It's my random encounters table. It's not a random encounter. You don't get attacked by a bear on the way through the portal. Okay, it is nice weather today.
I thought you were going to say in Vinny's mum's house.
Just random bear.
There's a bear in Vinny's mum's house.
What?
No, it is nice weather
Mom,
today.
why did you adopt 1d4 wolves?
I thought you were going to say, oh. Vinny just says, Dad,
Hey,
I'm
they have
home.
the stat blocks of wolves. They're just chihuahuas.
Accurate. But yeah, no, it is nice weather today. So,
What time of day is it as well?
given that time zones wise, it's not an issue because you've travelled almost entirely vertically. So, it would be. I mean, you were in Lord Trustin's house. You left earlier in the morning to go and deal with this. Had a bunch of problems that happened. Got past midday, so I'll say it's about 3 p.m.
Okay. Right, since we're all here, we need to find her quickly. I'm just going to call out. Mum, are you there?
You hear footsteps from upstairs, and you just hear. Hold on, I need to try and remember, because she would call you by your full name.
You mean vindication?
No.
Vinegar.
No, not by
Well, that is Vinny's.
virtue name.
Yeah.
Oh, we get to hear your actual name. Oh, this is gonna be so good.
Oh yeah,
I've been
I'm
waiting for this.
Okay.
I'm foaming at the mouth.
I feel like upon hearing like Vinny's mum's like voice, Mortar's going to feel the sudden urge to take his shoes off, like inside the house.
Okay. So I guess in this moment, Vinny, would she call you by your born name or your chosen name? Or your virtue name, I guess. I guess the better question is, what would you sign your letters as?
Hmm.
Don't you fucking take this away from me. Don't you fucking take this away from me.
Yeah, no, I think Vinny does consider his virtue name to be his like actual real name.
Okay.
At this point, so I would think, though technically I don't think he'd chosen it until after his dad left. So if we meet him, he might still
call you by your. Yeah. Fair enough. So in this moment, you hear a call from upstairs. Vinny, is that you?
Mortar immediately takes his shoes off.
I'm so fucking mad.
Okay.
I'm so fucking mad.
whisper over my shoulder. Just wait here a moment. I'm gonna then
What's your
head
thumbs up?
upstairs.
You're gonna head upstairs?
Mhm.
Okay. As you go to the stairs, you look up and you see, still very much as you remember her, purple tiefling, kind of long hair that's otherwise kind of been pulled back into a ponytail today by the looks of it, wearing a simple dress by the looks of it, with the winter not really being as prevalent up here in Hammerwind and it still being relatively hot weather. It is a kind of just a nice outing dress by the looks of it, and you can see that she's otherwise looks down the stairs, sees you, kind of the curled back horns, and just goes, "It is you." And you see she begins to move down the stairs slowly, given her older age, but she is getting down the stairs as she begins to make her way towards you.
Hi, Mum. I'm sorry I'm sorry to burst in. Things,
No, that's quite alright. It's been a
Things
long
have gotten weird.
time since you've dropped in. And I always said I was happy for you to drop back in. It'll be good to see you. And she kind of stops at the end of the, kind of at the bottom of the stairs, just in front of you, goes, You brought friends with you?
Yes, just a couple. They're just in the living room. When she gets to the bottom of the stairs, I'm gonna pull her into a hug.
She embraces you in
Just
a
a
hug.
couple. There's like 5 of us.
It's more than that. As she kind of embraces you in a hug and just goes, "It's so good to see you. And I've been receiving the money you've been sending and received all the letters. I've been keeping them all. They're currently all in one of my scrapbooks upstairs. There's so much to catch up with, and it'll be good to do so." And she kind of looks around the corner and sees your rambunctious group and goes, "Oh my, you've made quite the eclectic group you have." And she kind of elbows you a little bit, Vinny. "Found yourself someone nice as well, I see." And looking towards Kirv.
I think Kirv does not even pick up on this. She's just thinking, "Wow, this woman is really nice."
He's like,
That's-
why don't you all take a seat?
Sorry.
I'll go and fetch some cake."
I think Mortar, upon seeing Mrs. Vinny, is going to I don't know I've forgotten what his last name is. I'm so sorry.
Please call me Carol.
Mrs. Carroll.
That's her first name.
Oh, sorry.
Is it?
No, I think Mortar is. I think Mortar is kind of his
Don't
mind's
know your
instantly
own
gone
mother's
to.
first name?
Mortar's mind has instantly gone to the shape-shifting assassins that jumped us in the middle of the night, and Mortar's trying to kind of trying to look at this woman and see whether or not this is a this seems like a legit article, or whether or not this is an assassin.
Make me an insight check. With disadvantage.
Yeah,
I would
he's
love
very
to. I have a negative. I have a -2. I have a -2 modifier.
Okay, Mortar Defense Squad. He is at least checking visually before immediately pulling out the gun.
True.
This is
Also,
progress, guys.
You said insight. Wisdom is your main stat, my dude. It shouldn't be a -2.
Insight is Oh, sorry. I thought insight was intelligence for some reason. Oh, then I don't know what my insight stat is.
Your insight, that's a
Should be a +5, I
I forgot,
think.
that's my job.
Nothing
Insight is a
himself.
+5. So, Ellie, go ahead and roll me those
Okay.
those 2d10, or these 2d20s, as it is with disadvantage in this moment. Because it's a very convincing mother, by the looks of it. 17 total.
Can I play Mortar for a little while? Like, abandoned
Dude.
cat. Like,
Dude, you'll
apparently I
do...
can roll dice really well with
Brother.
someone else.
Brother, you'll do a better job than I do, so
That's
by
alright.
all means.
You
do
can
yours.
roll. You can roll for Mortar. Mortar will do the role playing. You just roll the dice. It'll be fine.
Okay.
So in this moment, Mortar, it's very convincing if it is an assassin, but Vinny would know surely if this wasn't his mother.
Yeah.
You trust in Vinny in this moment and
Yes.
hope that for all senses of the imagination that this is Vinny's mum.
I think Mortar's just going to be making a point of kind of constantly keeping an eye, just making sure that there's nothing weird going on. He's not going to act, though, unless before talking to Vinny. So.
And in answer to the question, Vinny, yes, Carol is her was her name, but she also, you know, her virtue name, I believe. But that is something that she spoke more of using the virtue name when she was younger and when she was taking care of you. But you get a sense that, I'll say, with your natural insight plus the knowing of her, it seems that she may be using her virtue name less often nowadays, which means that it might have less relevance. So it's a little bit of a hint to things being not great, given you know what it is. So I'll say that's something you do pick up on as she kind of steps into the kind of the small kitchen that's off to one side, and you kind of hear her getting out mugs and so on, and kind of fills the kettle up with water before putting it on a kind of a log burned stove.
Okay. I'm gonna head into the kitchen with her.
Okay. You head into the kitchen.
Listen,
The rest of you take seats in the living room as invited to do so.
Yeah, absolutely.
Romulus, you taking a seat in the living room?
I will take a seat in the living room.
Okay.
Although I suspect my frame will necessitate that I, in fact, sit cross-legged upon the floor.
Actually, as you go to take a seat in the armchair, it seems big enough and sturdy enough. You take a seat in it, and it's one of those extra squishy ones, and you sink quite heavily into it, and you feel like if you sit in here too long, you're never going to be able to get back up. But it is suitable for a Minotaur.
Mortar's going to try to sit next to Kirv. If she looks amenable to it. If not, then he'll find somewhere else to sit and probably sit on the floor.
Okay, here's what I'll say. Everyone roll me initiative except for Vinny, because Vinny, you're not taking a seat. And I will have this initiative.
I have
based
advantage on initiative.
Where you are taking your seats.
That is a 15 plus whatever.
For Mortar,
Mortar's
Jamie,
initiative
he
is
has
+5.
advantage on initiative because of, and he has advantage because of precognition.
Yep. What is the extra bonus that he gets
I
from
rolled
the
with advantage.
precognition? bonus. The precognition is.
Oh yeah. It's just the psionic discipline. It's not the actual ability.
Oh, the psychic imbue. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Cool.
So yeah.
Vinny,
So then that would be a dirty 20 on Mortar's part. Romulus,
Oh,
what
yeah.
did you get on your initiative?
Oh, my initiative. That thing I totally didn't forget to roll. Wouldn't you know it? A 14.
Okay. Okay. So, and 16. Okay. So, in order of who takes what seat, Carvern, rolling a 22 on her initiative, is going to take the first seat that she likes and is going to sit there. I'll say one of the double seats in this moment. The house looks like it could potentially hold up to 10 occupants in the living room, but it is very much mostly chairs and less empty space. As Carvern will take a seat, Beau on his roll got a... Where's his initiative? It's monstrous. It's an 18. So, Mortar, where you want to try and sit next to Kirv? So.
Oh well, if I'm going before Kirv, I'll probably just sit on the floor. Just kind of look at a place and just kind of sit.
There are enough seats for all of you.
Okay. I'll sit kind of on the end of like a sofa or something, kind of on the end portion,
On the armrest.
leaving the middle seat free.
Oh,
Not quite
no,
the
I see.
armrest.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take a seat there, leaving the middle free. Beau otherwise takes a seat next to Carvern. Kirv? Romulus takes the big armchair. You have the choice of where you might want to sit.
I think actually for Kirv, she's probably going to stay standing up, not lean against anything actually. I think she's going to look a little bit, for once, a bit restless. So she doesn't seem comfortable.
Okay. As Vinny, you head to the kitchen following your mum, and you see that she's otherwise getting out these mugs, putting them down, and kind of puts the kettle on and just goes, "It's very good to see you, dear. How have you been?"
The ups and downs. Things have been complicated recently. Listen, the reason we all came here in such a hurry is because I think there might be danger.
Oh. Okay, and you need a place to stay and hide out from that danger? Because your room's still as you left it.
No, I wouldn't do that. We were confronting someone, and he mentioned you.
Oh. That's concerning.
I'm worried that someone might be targeting you.
Right. Does that mean no tea?
I mean, I would never say no to a mug of tea. I think what Vinny is trying to.
You're not there.
Is,
They're at the
we
kitchen.
came in order to make sure you are. God damn it! Fuck. Sorry.
Just a quick.
Said we all sat down. In my head, that included them.
I think just a quick thing. Where we're sat down, Chris, is there a window with like some? Is there like a window with some curtains maybe looking out?
Yeah, there seems to be two large windows.
I think
there's a large window and a small window. The large window you can see kind of leads out onto the main street beyond, and the small one seems to lead into kind of a small garden area or a small plot that's beside the house.
Yeah, I think that I think there are two reasons why Mortar does this. He closes the curtains over. First off, the sunlight is really bothering him, and second off, if there are assassins out, it at least gives us a little bit of potentially cover and obscurity. And I think maybe he doesn't want to get in the way of Vinny and his mum's reunion, so I guess he'll go around the ground floor because he hasn't been invited upstairs or anything yet. He'll go around the ground floor, just closing the curtains, making sure doors are locked, just trying to generally lock down the place without trying to come across as someone who's snooping through Vinny's mum's stuff. He's genuinely just trying to lock the place down and make it a safer place to be.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me... Go ahead and roll me a stealth check in this moment. I'll say...
Okay. Do I have my advantage?
I'll say you
Well, not
won't have
advantage, my
advantage.
expertise.
You wouldn't have your expertise because it is daylight at the moment.
Right.
And it's
Right.
the effort to close the curtain, so this will just be a regular roll. So, just a single dice, please.
Plus 9, I think.
Plus 10, because you leveled up and your
9.
proficiency's gone
Oh,
up.
shit, yeah.
Oh, 17.
17.
Oh, hell yeah.
As you go around, you begin to close the curtains as you do, kind of doing so. Yeah, you do it fairly inconspicuously, to your knowledge.
Great. And what about the doors? Am I able to lock some of the doors?
The front door seems to have just a simple lock on it, and you would need to use some keys to lock it, but it does have its own like interior locking mechanism to prevent individuals from just opening the door whenever they want to.
Yep.
Meanwhile, there does seem to be a back door, but it is attached to the kitchen. So if you're trying to do it inconspicuously, then
No, so he's not going in there because he wants Biddy and his mum to catch up and doesn't want to get in the way of that. So yeah, he's just going around trying to be somewhat useful and just keeping a lookout.
Okay. Okay. So, does that mean no tea?
Okay. A combination of emotions flash across Vinny's face for a moment before he then kind of smiles. I don't think we should linger long, but it has been a long day. I think it could do my friends some good.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll make sure that everybody feels at home. And is there anything that you need me to do? Is the plan to leave here for a few days? Is the plan to is the plan to leave the city entirely? I'd rather not leave everything behind.
No, I'd rather not either, but I don't know. I don't know who or what is coming.
No.
Okay.
Why don't we take a moment to take stock, see if we can figure out what we're up against.
Of course, yes. I'll get everything sorted. You make yourself at home. And you see that she otherwise begins pouring out or kind of sorting out the tea, begins to take what looks to be a large, but still there are cuts and slices have been taken out of what looks to be a large sponge cake. One that very much for you is a reminder of home. And as she begins to kind of take slices of this and kind of lays it out on almost like a one of the cake trays or the cake presenting. I can't remember what they're called, but just kind of a small cake display, and brings it in and places it on the table. Begins to put cups of tea around. If anyone would like sugar, feel free to help yourself, and do let me know if anybody wants some milk. I do have some still available.
Thank you, Mum. I suppose I should introduce you all. This is my mother.
Nice to meet you
And-
all.
This is Mortar.
You gesture to
Mortar will
who
just
kind of pokes his head back around from the hallway.
Mortar just kind of wave and say, "Lovely place you got here, Mrs. Vinny."
Please just call me Carol.
Okay.
And Kirv.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure.
And please do
She's
take a seat, darling.
she's like been looking at the tea, almost like, is this a trap?
Mm.
And
Yeah,
please,
yeah.
And she's asked.
Lovely to meet you, Kirv. Elbows, Vinny.
She's told to take a seat. Cub immediately rushes to go take a seat.
Okay.
Ooh.
You go sit down and just kind of smile. She smiles at you, almost in very much the knowing mother way, even though she's wrong in this instance, but still.
This is
Give me them grandbabies. What?
right, and Carvern.
Hi, I've heard a lot about you. And she otherwise nods. I've heard a lot about you. You were... I thought you said you were silver. You have been going for your eye tests, and she otherwise looks at you in that moment. And there's a moment of, like, Carver looks away in that moment, but goes, I used to be. Long story, but, no. They fixed me up, and I now look like this. And just kind of looks back to Vinny as you continue your introductions.
Right, and Beau.
Beau just kind of tips his hat, unlit cigarette in his mouth. He doesn't want to light it in case he'll get in trouble. But he does go to pour a little bit of whiskey into his tea.
Oh.
This is adorable.
Somewhere Eugene is flying back over Zakers again, and now he's got to take a 12-day flight north.
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
Look, he'll get killed by an eagle eventually, and then he'll respawn closer.
Oh.
At some point, he is just going to like play chicken with an eagle, just to get out of it.
Just nosedives into Zakers, just splat.
And Romulus.
Greetings. It is a pleasure to meet you, Carol.
And a pleasure to meet you too. And you're all friends of Vinny's?
Yeah,
Indeed.
yeah, we've been traveling together for a little bit.
Just gonna side-eye Mortar for a second. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm being very sassy towards Mortar. I'm so sorry.
I'm feeling it, man. Like Mortar sees that, and he's kind of like, okay, fuck it. I'll continue just trying to lock the place down.
Yeah, we've all been traveling together. We have another companion as well. I'm gonna look over at Romulus and try and give a look of like help. What's going on?
The individual that we recently came into contact with essentially threatened your well-being, and whilst we have taken care of that situation, we do not know whether or not their plans are now continuing in motion, as they said it was already too late.
Vinny did
Because of
mention
this-
that I was potentially in danger. But I
As of
think
this, we are
it might
here
be
to
good to
protect you.
might be good to settle everyone's nerves on this matter. Would anybody like a slice of cake? Or if you'd prefer, maybe a biscuit? I still have a few in the tin.
I will trade you a baked good. I take out one of my tasty treats for the day because I get in,
Aw.
I hand her a small little honey bread.
She.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll have this with
take
my
a-
tea.
Fine.
And
I'm gonna.
she'll.
I take a biscuit in return.
Yeah, she offers you a
I'm gonna
biscuit.
pick up the tray of biscuits and
Yeah.
like offer it around the room.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start with Romulus, and as I'm over, I'm gonna lean over into his ear and kind of whisper, "Where the hell is she?"
I don't know. I am holding myself together by a fucking thread, Vinny.
Mortar's going to send
Do I
a
have
sending to
any
Ellie.
inkling?
Ooh.
Are your dad's senses
I'm going to
tingling?
send us. I'm going to send a sending to Ellie and just be like, you good? Question mark, and that's it.
Yeah. Do I have a sending or anything that I can use?
No.
Do I
But
have
Mortar's
anything
just
I can
about
use
to.
to track down my child?
No. In this moment, as Mortar, you send your sending. Ellie, what would you like to reply?
Just... Everything's okay. I've just got things I need to sort out. If something happens, send a sending to me and I'll be there. Just trust me,
Perfect. Yeah.
please.
Yeah, that's all Mortar needed to hear. That's all he needed to hear, and he will just continue about his day.
Okay.
Fucking asshole.
Oh
I
man.
didn't do anything.
Yeah, you haven't told us anything.
I'm not even in the room with you guys.
We don't know if she's dead or not. And you're like, oh, that's all I need to hear. I'm going to keep that information to myself.
I
I'm not
never
going to tell
said
her, Dad.
Motherfucker, I
said-
never said that.
Bro.
Y'all need to get off my dick right now.
So, you begin to hand out cake and biscuits in this moment as she takes a seat and begins to enjoy her own cup of tea in this moment. Okay.
Okay.
In this moment, I will say, Vinny, only you notice it in this moment due to your high passive insight. As you see your mum goes to kind of lift the her cup of tea, there is a little tremor there before you see she kind of grabs it with her other hand and brings it to her mouth. She is nervous, but ever as is with your mother, she is stoic and holding it together as best she can. The rest of your companions haven't seemed to have noticed, just the subtleties of this is your mum. You know her well. And she is a little bit shaken by the idea that she is in danger. And there is thought going on there within her mind on what she can do. And the thoughts of potentially abandoning home, what she'll have to do, connections she'll have to cut off perhaps, or potentially who of those individuals might be dangerous to her.
Right. Well, the first thing I want to say is that we are all highly capable individuals. We admittedly rushed over here, so we're not in our peak condition, but we are more than capable of making sure you're all right. This will just involve taking a few precautions, having us hang around for a little bit until we can essentially either make sure that it was a bluff or deal with it if it was not. After which, I am confident you will be able to return to your peaceful normality. I understand this is not the best circumstance you would want to have your son come home in. However, I think this is an excellent opportunity for you both to catch up, whilst the rest of us perhaps survey the surrounding area and prepare to make sure that we are not going to be getting into anything unawares.
Of course, yeah.
Also, if you try the honey bread is very nice if you have a more bitter tea. Obviously, it's fine with sweet stuff, but I find that the blend is particularly pleasing.
It
And
is
then
very
Romulus
well
is going
made,
to-
thank you. And I do hope you enjoy the biscuits as well. They were, well, probably still are, Vinny's favourite, as they are toffee crunch
Okay.
biscuits.
There is a delightful crispness to them. I must commend you.
And don't worry, I still have the original questions that I asked you in the beginning, Vinny, so I know full well that these were Vinny's favourite as a child,
Mm-hmm.
along with a sponge cake.
Yeah, Vinny's going to take a bite of the biscuit, sort of close his eyes for a moment and savour it, and then shoot an apologetic look over to Romulus.
Why apologetic?
Because Romulus is really good, but he's still number 2.
That's look, if Romulus had grown up with an actual mother rather than a tribe, I'm sure he would feel the same. Unfortunately, Romulus didn't. So thank you for rubbing that in his face.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to do while you're here in Vinny's or Carol's home in this moment? Kirv, is there anything you'd like to do? You've mentioned that your character's distant at the moment, but very much follows the quote-unquote orders of Vinny's mother.
What I was... oh, sorry.
I think Kirv will turn to Carol and say, "Is there anything you need us to do?"
No, just you know what's best in these circumstances. I'll leave this in your capable hands. Just gives you a sweet smile.
Kirv looks more worried.
Just as a general notion of the age, she is in her 70s, so she is not a young mother. So the idea of running isn't going to necessarily be optimal.
Yeah.
So just know that she is as much as she shows old strength because of her previous life and who she used to be, she is still very much an aged individual. So when it comes down to it, she seems to be more relying on you lot to be able to do something if anything does happen. Mortar, you were otherwise wandering around, kind of looking down the house. You have done so, otherwise having locked the various doors, closed the curtains. Yeah. It has gotten a little bit dark in here. I'm actually.
Okay. I think so long as.
Okay, I just rolled.
Sorry, I think so long as it. No, go on.
I was gonna say I've rolled for Carol. She rolled a natural 1. She has opened the curtains in the living room again. And then she has taken her seat. So.
Damn it.
Sorry. The rest of the house is perfectly fine. The curtains have been pulled, the doors have been locked, you've gone to the kitchen now, and as you turn to look into the front room, you can see, or the living room, there's the bright light coming through, and you're like, oh no.
Romulus is going to position himself so that he's blocking it a bit, as much as possible. And if it's possible, Kirv, you still in the living room?
I am firmly in that chair.
I'm just going to sort of lean down to you. Are you all right?
Why wouldn't I be?
Well,
I'll leave the room.
We've just been through a very stressful experience. You more than others in different ways. And
what do you mean?
Mortar's recent what's a polite way to put this? Vacation to the underworld.
Make me a
He
stealth
died.
check.
And he's back.
Make me a stealth check, both of you. Neither of you have disadvantage, as this is vocalism more than trying to hide. In this moment, this is so as
Oh, no.
7.
as
You
Romulus,
two.
you lean over and you're kind of having this conversation, and Vinny, you're kind of sat there in this moment, kind of listening in, and as Kirv just goes, he died, you watch as your Vinny, you watch as your mother's eyes just kind of go wide, and she just looks down in the cup of tea, and there's a moment of her like going, these people have died before? And there's a sudden shock of how much danger am I in?
So with the 7, does Mortar hear that then?
Yeah, you would.
He
Okay.
died and he's back. That's all.
All right. If you say so. If that is not all at any point, you can always talk to me if you want. And
Well-
Romulus is going to go back to bodyguard position.
Okay.
Well, between you and me. Oh, actually, no. Actually, Kirv isn't.
No. You started talking. Romulus goes
died now.
from bodyguard position back to stealthy whispering position.
No, no. The reason I'm saying no, she doesn't say this, is because it was about Vinny's mum, and Vinny's mum is definitely listening right now. So she will not say anything.
Okay. You go to open your mouth, but then kind of close it again before kind of focusing back on your tea. Vinny's mum kind of turns to Beau, who she sat next to, and just kind of goes, "Are you lot always this frequent with death?" Beau just turns around and goes, mainly it's them lot, but most of us have come back from it, so you're in good hands. The one who does the coming back, though, isn't here at the moment." As she says that.
Yeah.
Beau's not got the greatest charisma.
Has Romulus died? I think I've gone unconscious a
once.
lot.
No, you've gone
You
unconscious
died
a lot.
once.
No, you've died once. You died.
You died once. It was at the spire
One.
where your
tower.
rune brought you back, or your charm, or whatever it was.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
The clog
Yeah, that's the
piece.
only time you've ever died.
Yeah, or the cog.
What's the
Whatever it
cooldown
is.
on that?
No,
again,
he's
by the
died.
way?
He's
Once
died
a year.
twice then.
It's like a year.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because Ellie brought him back because Terador had to carry Romulus over to her.
Oh shit! Yeah. So no, the rune one was when we were just about to fight the Herald of Husk, where with the crazy plant thing that we did in that room, and then the tower one was the one that you're talking about now, Jamie.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I think upon hearing that, what Kirv said about he's back, that's it. I think kind of noting what sounds like a very cold tone to her voice, I think Mortar feels like a pang in his chest, like a pang of just kind of not necessarily heartbreak, but like genuine hurt. And I think that he is going to post by the back door, just kind of slump inwards, pull his knees to his chest, summon Iron Thunder as a shotgun, and just have it kind of by his side, just holding it to his shoulder, and just kind of sit there and just no. He's just going to sit there and he's just going to listen outside, just trying to ignore whatever is going on in that room. He's just trying to tune it out.
Okay. So this will be a perception check. As it's not using your eyes, you will not gain the advantage.
No, it's my
from-
ears. Yeah.
On this. So Ellie, go ahead, or Jamie, please go ahead and roll a d20 for Mortar, please.
I think I
Just
have a
flat roll?
+9.
Just a flat roll, plus 10 now, because the proficiency's gone up.
Oh, +10. Oh, hell
That's
yeah.
25.
25.
Fucking hell.
You sit there, posted up against the back door in this moment, just kind of listening out as best you can for anything on the outside. You can hear kind of a faint wind, the sound of seagulls in the distance, otherwise cawing overhead. You hear the occasional sound of like movement, like individuals moving out on the street, just kind of foot traffic or carts by any means. You can hear, you kind of try to screen out the conversation as best you can, but it's still there in the back of your mind. There's nothing that's particularly standing out as dangerous by any accounts. There's no sounds that are out of the ordinary, but you are listening out, so I'll say that you are remaining vigilant in this particular
Yeah,
moment.
that's what he's trying to do.
Okay.
Romulus will also be doing the same out the lounge window.
Yep, that's fine. So go ahead and roll me a perception check again, just because you're using your ears for this. So
That's +6, so that's a nice 15.
nice
I
15.
was
Yeah.
you know, that's not bad. That could be a lot worse.
Yeah, close to the front door, you can hear the same sort of things. The wind is kind of... You're not as tuned in to the sounds of nature in this moment and what could potentially be a threat, but you do kind of hear the sounds of the wagon moving past outside, the kind of the people moving to and fro a little bit, not a lot. But
Well,
you are
I
picking
thought the
up on-
lounge windows were the curtains were open on the lounge one.
But you're facing away from them, aren't you, so that you can block the window and still look inwards? The sofa's to
Oh no,
the...
I meant I was turning around.
Oh, you're turning around and looking outside. Okay. In which case, then, looking outside, you can see what looks to be the kind of a wagon moving past. You can see individuals kind of pulling a horse with. The individuals in question look to be... by looks at one of them is kind of this large Minotaur. And another is what looks to be a Centaur, as they're otherwise pulling the wagon past. They seem to just be going about whatever trading business is to be taking place. You can see individuals moving to and from, but nothing stands out of the ordinary by any means.
Okay.
So, with this, while you are sat in the living room having this discussion, having this moment of contemplation as some of you go silent, kind of weighing up what you're going to be doing next, we will return to Ellie.
Oh.
So, Ellie, you send your mage hand with Mortar through the portal. As the mage hand travels through, you feel it become distant and disappear as they have travelled beyond, and the architect is otherwise standing there, along with Quintar, who's currently still finishing off the fabricate spell, and is just standing there looking. By the way, as a note, Romulus, go ahead and add, I'll say, 15 hit points, because your regenerate has still picked up the extra hit points for you. Because you've been having the tea.
I was going to ask that one before we finished up here.
Yep, that's right. So just mark 15 on there now. So, Ellie, you stand nearby. The architect is standing there, kind of just watching, and goes, "Are you not heading with them?"
I'll catch up with them later. And she'll gesture to a rune that he gave her.
Ah, I
have
see.
Things I need to.
You have somewhere else to be
I
then.
have things I need to rectify. It went bad, and I want to make sure that family and people don't get dragged into this. Also, I have an idea I want to run past you, and then looks over at Quinta. You might be able to give some answers?
Of course. I can certainly attempt to.
Realistically, obviously I can't remove the corruption from myself easily. And, I mean, obviously I need to be a lot stronger. But how real of an opportunity or a possibility is it to separate the creatures or the corruption's sentience from me?
As in to shield yourself against its influence. This is Quintar in this moment. As in to shield yourself against its influence, or as in to prevent it from being a sentient creature, like separating its soul from its body?
Exactly that. They're removing the soul from the body.
Depending on the nature of the creature, it is certainly possible, but it would require a lot of work and quite possibly be very dangerous in the process of doing so. If I were to...
This is not something I'm going to be able to do.
In
See?
hearsay, let's say I tried to perform this against your ally, one of your allies. Let's say... I don't know. Let's go with Beau, because he's not here and can't argue against this potential hypothesis. Let's say that I were to try and separate his soul. In order to do it, there are a series of spells that either I would have to have pre-cast or be in the process of casting to remove his soul. He would need to be weak enough that I can extract it from him and place it into a vessel, or seal it away in such a manner that he would be that the soul would be preserved until further notice. Both of those have very high and dangerous conditions. They are spells which are tricky to apply, and in some cases are going to be very difficult, especially with yours and its soul entangled as much as they are. If one of us, or if you were to try and separate it, you will need to untangle your own soul from it first. You'll need to find a way to sever the corruptive influence. That is something I do not have the expertise to do. But if you're willing to sacrifice yourself, I can put both you and it in stasis for at least 1,000 years.
I think I'm probably going to pass. I think Romulus might get very upset if that happened.
Understood. Understood.
I can try and work on unintertwining our souls. Maybe that's what this whole task is, the whole prophecy. On completion of that, there may be a way. But I was just trying to find out how real trying to separate from its consciousness and mine, and then if I have to, I will fight it that way. It won't have its full power because I've also got half of its existence, hopefully. But it's just spitting ideas.
It's possible. It's something that could certainly be experimented with. This is something which is beyond my skill, which is certainly a dangerous prospect, but...
Okay.
I'll let you experiment and help if I can.
Okay, I'll try my best with the situations that I've got. I don't know how intricate of facilities you've got here, but would a sample of the creature help you?
Potentially. It would allow me to experiment at the very least, but if anything were to go wrong, and in this moment he looks to the architect, and the architect just kind of almost has this stern look at Quintar. I don't think we can allow that. If it gains access to the systems or even the ley currents here, it could spread itself throughout history.
That is absolutely understandable, but it was just something that has been an option for a while to get a sample. But I also understand that allowing errant parts, especially somewhere as powerful here, could backfire. Okay, that's actually helped quite a lot. I will see what I can do on my end. If you could consider it and start looking into it, I would appreciate that.
I can do that.
Okay, and thank you for helping my mum and dad.
Of course. It's... You're welcome. There's almost a pause as if considering his words carefully.
Ellie's too oblivious for that. She's got way too much going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright. Now for the bigger hurdle. And I am going to send a sending to my granddad to find out where he is.
Okay. What do you say?
Hi, Granddad. A lot's developed. I desperately need to talk to you, but the restrictions of sending. I need to tell you in person. Where are you?
There's a pause, as almost there always is with these situations. I'm in Soul's Respite at the moment. Currently talking with the Zera and discussing the potential for an information trade. If you need to see me desperately, you should have the teleportation sigil. I will let the guards know that you may arrive.
Okay, then in that case, I will look over at the architect and Quintar. Like, right, time to go and break the news to him. But thank you and thank you. I'll keep in touch.
They both nod.
And
Quintar
I will.
Quintar nods and make me an intelligence check, if you please.
Intelligence check. Alright. I suck at intelligence checks.
I know. That's why I asked you to make one.
That's 12.
12. You.
Actually, Tides of Chaos went off. Lol, for the shits and giggles, I'm re-rolling.
Alright.
There you go.
24.
4.
You look at these individuals. You look at the architect, and you see the individual you fought against, someone of great power. You look at Quintar, someone of a near equivalent power, someone of a dangerous remark, shall we say. You look at these two individuals, and although your mind is otherwise flooded with the various things that are currently going on, you get a sense that it's strange. You look at Quintar and you feel like you've met them before, but you don't know why or how. Because this is someone you've never met before. And you search your memory for if there's any modifications there, any recollection, and you don't feel like there is any. It's the strangest of feelings that just kind of passes in a moment before you, as you hesitate to step through the gate, before you press onwards and step through to Soul's Respite.
Okay.
As you arrive in Soul's Respite, landing on the stone sigil there, the Centos guards are otherwise standing there, stationary. One of them just kind of steps forward and seems to be about to give a message to the others that are in the chamber, as they all kind of lower halberds in preparation to skewer whatever that's just come through unauthorized. As in this moment, one of them just goes, "No, welcome back, Ellie Fleetooth." And in this moment, all the guards kind of look at each other before kind of backing off with their halberds and kind of bow their heads in apology.
It's right, it's understandable.
Um,
I'd probably be the same if that come through the gate.
Indeed. If you'd follow me, your granddad has advised me to lead you to him once you arrive.
Okay.
And in that moment, you watch as he does kind of a simple gesture in the air. Very clear arcane writing. You know this individual by, not necessarily by name, but you know them to be the head scribe that works directly under your grandfather. So, their magical capabilities rivals that of your mother and father. In this instance. So they are a powerful mage of some form, and as they cast a spell, you watch as there's almost a blanket of magic which wraps around you in this moment, as they are going to cast invisibility on you.
Fair.
And they begin to lead the way. Please follow me. And they lead the way through various halls, past various individuals, none of whom are any of the wiser that you're there. as you travel with. Like, there is the sound of not hooves against stone as you are moving, and there are various Minos individuals, and just double check the others. Other will look to be Weros individuals from the fur cloak or fur coat kind of branch of the Beastlands, otherwise wandering about in the halls of the great citadel of Soul's Respite, as you eventually reach what you remember to be your grandfather's study and office. The head scribe knocks on the door, and she's here, and opens the door for you to go in. As they do so, do you step inside?
I do.
Okay. As you step through the threshold, the invisibility spell is slowly peeled off by a natural dispel magic that exists on the surface of his doorway. As you step in, the invisibility fades and dissipates before the door is closed behind you. As you step in, you see Azera is there, as Azera looks over almost with a smile, and which immediately becomes a downcast "what's happened?" And your grandfather has a similar expression as he goes from as he knows something is wrong from the sending you sent.
So, where do I start?
Where do you start indeed? What happened here? As Azera kind of steps over and begins to kind of look over the new corruption and Sychania.
That is... Well, I met the master of the corruption. It didn't go well.
Azera kind of looks almost stunned, as Theamar does also look very much the same.
Okay, where do I start? Alright, went into Truston's, strict orders to only subdue. I punched one guy down the stairs. He was alright. Then I didn't hurt anyone else, because I don't want to hurt anyone. Long story short, it kind of get a bit messy. Romulus kind of threw Trustin out the window by accident. Trustin's now dead. I went to go save Lord Trustin to try and revive him, but the guards were threatening to arrest us, and I couldn't get near him, so I couldn't save him. So there might be some backlash because they saw me. We tried teleporting using blood magic because I run out of Jewel Jock, and I know that I can cast using that. And the master of this creature, or the creature, something kind of hitched onto that, and I ended up confronting her, which is a giant worm with lots of teeth. She kind of nearly killed Romulus, and now he's corrupted. And basically she told me that I need to give in to the creature or she'll carry on corrupting and will kill my friends. So I've had to give in to the creature, which is now had a knock-on effect on Sychania and also made my fight significantly harder. I'm not going to lose to this, I promise. Mum and Dad are now out of Sychania because the corruption's deep in her. Treladex has them. And now Vinny's with his mum, with the rest of the party, trying to save her, and I needed to clear things up. And I'm worried that consequences are going to come knocking on your door.
Theamar nods, taking this all in. Azera sits down. Theamar just kind of nods with this. As this happens, you hear kind of a shuffle, and as you look over, you can see that Hearn is just kind of sat in the corner, and he was like half peeling an apple, and he just kind of looks up and goes, just kind of slightly nods, like, okay, things have gotten bad. Theamar just kind of steps up, puts a hand on your shoulder. Whatever happens, I'll make sure to deal with this politically and correctly, but I'm sure things will resolve themselves in due course. I'll handle what needs to be handled. For now, don't go back to there.
I won't.
Are any of the rest of your friends in danger?
I mean, Romulus is corrupted, and unlike me, he hasn't got a way of containing it. So I'm worried this could escalate. And
I understand.
I don't know how long I can fight this thing. I have spoken to someone in Zakers called Quinta, and also the architect. If I can unravel my soul from the creatures, I might be able to. It is very risky, but separate from the creature? Well, separate the creature's soul anyway, or the corruption's soul from myself. It means that I still will look like this, but it'll be me.
Therma's hand kind of clenches a little bit more, not painfully so, but reassuringly so on your shoulder. But now, focus on the task at hand. And keep moving forward. Whatever may be needed. Don't worry about what's behind you. I will try and handle that as best I can. And there's a knowing look of concern in his eyes that you pick up on, but it's to be expected in this moment. As Azera looks about and goes, I guess this puts our trade on hold for the time being. If there's things that need to be handled, I'll get to doing some more research in Zakers. If you think this is best, Therma. Therma looks up. Maybe. But now, I would still like to go to Zakers, potentially meet with the architect and this Quinta, try and find out what information I can. For now, I'll get in contact with those on the dwarven strongholds as well, make sure that we aren't dealing with potential issues between them and Braylin.
Okay.
Go to your friends. I'll handle things here,
Okay.
make sure everything is okay, but take some rest. And to make sure this doesn't happen again, he hands you a 25 GP of jewel chalk for next time. And you have a bunch coming from Quintar as well later.
Okay.
If you ever need more, there are merchants in most places, or you can make your own. Just takes a little bit of jewel powder, crunch down some chalk, and then solidify it with the condensed spell, if you still remember that one from when you were younger.
I don't think I ever learned the condensed spell.
I don't think it was one that you ever picked up on because you went for Homing
No.
Blade as your first one. But
I
there's a
had Homing
cantrip
Blade
called
and Mage Hand.
Yeah, there's a cantrip called Condense and Crumble, which allows Condense/Crumble, which allows you to make things like jewel chalk, because you can mix the chalk and the jewels together.
Okay.
Fun fact,
Okay.
did you know that chalk is functionally just calcium carbonate? And pearls are also majority calcium carbonate, whilst also being jewels. Therefore, feasibly, if you had enough pearls, you could just automatically make jewel chalk.
Yeah. Effectively, the Condense/Crumble cantrip allows you to just short-circuit or shorten the process of trying to make that sort of thing.
Nice.
Okay. Right. Well, I'm ascending away. Mum and Dad are safe. That's probably my biggest concern.
You received the
Well,
sending at this
that
point
and-
from Mortar about where are you, to which you replied.
I just put, yeah, you good.
Yeah, and you said, yeah, I'll be there if you need me in an emergency.
All right. Let's go back. Okay. Are you sure that everything's okay? Do you need anything?
It
Clear this
will
up.
be fine. Trust me,
Okay.
everything will be fine.
Okay. All right then. Oh, she sort of like claps her she hasn't got hands and whatever. She just claps and then. Oh, I'm in so much trouble when I get back. As I look down at the rune. Well, time to go face the consequences of my actions. And I snap my fingers and teleport to Romulus.
Okay. As in this moment in Carol's front room, there is a sudden pop and snapping sound as you're all sat there kind of having tea in this moment. All of you suddenly, who were alert, stand and draw weapons as a figure pops into the front room. Vinny, you stand drawing your weapons and standing in front of your mum as she very much kind of huddles away. Beau draws his weapons. Carvern has hers at the ready. Kirv, I'll say you're a little bit laxed in this moment and you're more focused on the tea, but you put the tea down. Mortar, you hear the sound of this and you otherwise roll into the kitchen, raising your weapon, turning it into Crimson Vulture, as you all see Ellie land in the front room. And all of you kind of relax a bit more. And I think as you have all...
Apologies, Carol. This is my daughter.
You see that she's kind of just breathing a little bit steadily of the sudden adrenaline that just shot through her, and the rest of you kind of all calm as well in this moment.
Somehow she's got a kitchen knife in her hand that wasn't there before.
She doesn't have any weapons on her. No, she'd probably be trying to wield a bit of cake as if it were a weapon, if anything. But she'd probably just be shying away in this moment as you land in the living room and you're all kind of become aware, but relax once again as whatever plan you have to protect Vinny's mother, Carol, will potentially unfold in our next session. So, I guess the question then becomes, do we want to have a session next week on the 14th, or do we want to skip and come back to this after the Occult series? I don't necessarily mind either way. It's one of those that this isn't necessarily a great stopping point, but it's not terrible, because the idea of you've all been introduced to Vinny's mother, now what are you going to do about assassins is a brief enough introduction that I think will be still keep you guys on track.
I'll just take a look at my rotor and see if I'm about.
Because I know Vinny or Simon, you said that you might not be available for the 14th.
I'll be about on the 14th.
Won't be, I'm afraid. I'm going to be out
Right.
revisiting my sister's new house.
Okay. In which case, I'll say we'll come back.
I will say, if everyone else is around and wants to have a session, I can send you my thoughts ahead of time, and it's possible that I'll be back at some point partway through, but I can't make any guarantees.
I'll say what we'll do. We'll probably just have, if people want to get together, we can have an evening of Jackbox, and
I would love that.
and then I will say that we will handle this at some point next year when we return. I'll just make sure to make full notes and go through the details of that in the post session in just a mo for any plans that you might have, and I will make note of all of that. Speaking of, with that being the case for the stream, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We will see you at the earliest on the 11th of January or the 18th of January, when we will be beginning the first episode of our Occult series, which will be where this group will be playing their
That's
some new
capital O in
characters.
Occult.
Yep, capital O. Where this group will be handling some rather interesting mystery revolving around someone by the name of Lord Emissary. Yes, dealing with another lord and another manor. You'll be fine. This one hasn't got guards in it. So
I will try not to turn this one into a pancake.
that's all. Yeah, that's all right. We will have to see what happens to Lord Emissary when we get there. But for now, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Have a very nice rest of your 2025, and we will see you all when that number goes up. See you later.
Yeah. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye.